Goldie, if you have your voice modulator that you still want to use, this would be the time to test it.
Testing?
All right.
You mean just after I started the recording?
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares?
Oh well.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Showcase of Nations.
Hello. I'm the beleaguered DM who had to spend multiple weeks trying to untangle the narrative.
And I'm the reason.
Yes.
You should not sound proud of this.
Yes, for some reason, Skull is still sitting at this table. I wish I had a better explanation for why.
Quote unquote table.
It's a virtual table in the virtual world.
I
Or something, I don't know.
A table. I have a desk.
Let me tell
Anyway.
you a story about the desk that wanted to be a table.
I refuse to play Metaverse D&D.
This
Anyway,
isn't D&D, this is Pathfinder, so ha!
Not the point of
Anyways.
PNG.
after some skillful negotiation, diplomatizing, and general schmoozing by Leona, we managed to get Thibin not thrown in jail, instead having to pay bail
Or executed.
or executed. We managed to get Thibin out on bail, and with one of those like a magical translocator bracelet anklet thingy.
It's a location anklet.
Yeah,
Not translocation. It's not. It's not like she could try hightailing it and then oops, she's back in Silverton.
that would be pretty
Annoying.
that would be pretty awesome.
That would be
That would
good.
just be annoying.
Can we get that instead?
Thibin tries skipping town, and just like the world's longest stage hook just reaches out from the PD and just yoink.
That's like at completely random times teleported back to the courthouse.
Like
Just
living at
randomly.
one point really close to the line between there and somewhere else, and then it slightly picked 1 foot there, and all of a sudden yank.
David just trips, falls face first into the door to the courthouse.
Yeah. Anyways, so the group has a conundrum on their plate. We kind of need to figure out where the heck the ISC are, right? And what they're up to, and put a stop to it.
Yeah.
in
So you guys have a couple days worth of downtime while Leona gets all this crap sorted out. Your schedule is probably a bit more pressing because now the other teams for the Skador Grand Prix are starting to filter in, and the press conference day is still penciled in for sometime in the very, very, very near future. And I'd like to remind everybody the primary reason you're here is because this event is currently underfunded. And the thing that would have saved it, unfortunately, had to be canceled because of a bomb threat.
Sounds about right. Now, question. Do I need to roll a bunch of alchemy things to improve the fuel and everything?
I'm going to assume you're doing your job competently in the background.
Yes, but you see, if I roll really well, will that enhance?
He'll just have you just take 10 on your job checks. You got a high enough bonus.
Okay, for me. Well, he's working.
Yes. You can still you can still carry on with your job. So we have Leona trying to help Thibin, Thibin being Thibin, which leaves Norvin and Foxo. What are you two up to during this well, I would say tumultuous because the tumult has passed for the most part, but needless to say, this is still pretty damn silly.
Alas, with Leona.
As I was saying, I would not expect Norvin to be. No. As for Hinako, she would possibly, with Leona as a secondary bodyguard.
Just lacking anywhere else to go. Fair enough.
Yeah. Or she could try doing some carpentry work somewhere, but
Go ride on the taxis for like 6 hours and get used to them.
hell no.
But those are fun.
Yeah.
They're fun.
She might do that if it's free
Uh,
of cost, but
I have to imagine there's another variation on this taxi where they just let the ram get a running start and then it stops immediately and the cart just catapults you to where you need to go.
oh god.
Slingshot.
As for you, Leona, you have not had a particularly restful past couple days because not only have you been trying to help out Thibin during all of this nonsense, but also you have been getting mobbed by all sorts of people because now the cat's out of the bag. Everyone knows who Leona Miranda is, and they know about everything that's been happening here with diplomatic service. So you have been fending off reporters left, right, and left, right, and center. What does this mean for the special diplomatic service? What does Cornelius Miranda have to say about this? What's your favorite color?
It means that we're going to be moving forward, trying to sort this out. I haven't been in communication with Cornelius Miranda yet. And Green.
And that's been a lot of your routine for the past for the past couple of days.
How many times has she had to say green?
More than she would be willing to say so.
Too many times, Hyde. Too many times.
The green word density is a little too much for her at the moment.
Is it to the point where green doesn't sound like a word anymore?
It's starting to get to that point.
Leona has gotten to the point where whenever she has to pose for a picture, she doesn't say cheese.
You want me to roll a fortitude save versus exhaustion?
No.
He secretly wants you to, but he's not going to make you do it.
Right.
So we are going to pick up as Leona is trying to escort Thibin out of the Sador Police Department, and you're pretty much just kindly. I was about to say kindly fighting, but those two things usually don't go hand in hand. Norvin, Norvin? Are you planning on on helping Leona carve her way through the paparazzi at all, or are you just kind of just sitting back with a newspaper and a cup of tea and just enjoying watching her suffer or something like that?
I'll help, yeah.
All right, so
Probably implied.
so
I
sorry,
mean,
just
with two bodyguards at our side, how many would actually come and face us?
They're the
so
news.
so after
Yeah,
after
okay.
oh god, what if Blackburn was here? Okay,
Oh no. Not
Oh,
him.
no.
Aha!
So about 469 thank yous later, Leona has finally carved her way through the crowd of reporters. And where exactly would you be trying to go? Following
Let's
this.
see. This is after Leona has worked out all the legal stuff. They've been fitted with her her locator bracelet. And all Leona is probably going to head back to her hotel. Try and check up with the Marinhoff team, see how that's going. That's another responsibility she has.
So many people.
Yes, Sibin.
Leona, may I make a out of character recommendation?
Yes.
Have you considered going somewhere that people will not be?
That's not her job. Unfortunately, she has to do her job first. Like, at the very least, she needs to just check up on the racing team. And then
People are.
Okay, wait. Okay, so if I sees any hint of Leona before the entire press and everybody shows up, he'll jet over there real quick. Go away.
they're not going to listen to
Go
you.
away before it gets worse.
By the way, I know
I-
by the way, I know the character's name is I, and that's how you're supposed to say it, even though that's not how it's spelt. But to me, that just still sounds like somebody using the worst grammar. I will go there.
Yeah, you will accept it because you accepted this name, sir. I even told you how it's pronounced. That's your fault.
It's your fault for doing it.
I didn't know it was going to be pronounced that way until after I picked it. I picked it based on
Sir,
what it means.
sir, I refuse to take responsibility for your character's name.
Are you talking about my character when you say I, or are you talking about you when you say I?
Both.
Sir, this is a subway.
Anyway,
Should I just say I'd? Does that make you feel better? Should I mispronounce my character's name on a regular basis?
Oh,
Yes.
can it?
We all do it.
Leona, I'm going to say that you know I well enough, and his lovably abrasive personality to know that he might actually be able to run a decent amount of interference if you absolutely must go to the paddock.
thank you, Ide. I'll try and make this quick so you can get back to work.
If you make me waste any more time than 10 minutes, so help me, things might not look so good for us.
It is 9:38 for me. Have at it.
Leona takes off as
Quickly as she can to just check up with the what's his name?
Take your time.
Yeah, take your time. It's not like I'm trying to hold off the press or anything.
The team principal,
the team principal. That was the word I was looking for.
Robbie Esparago.
Yes, Mr. Esparago. Right?
Somehow Hinako's the better teammate. Somehow Hinako's a better team owner than the team owner is.
Hey, that's what you get for making notes.
Yeah, I accidentally deleted that particular. No, it's right up top, right there.
Shouldn't
Yes,
I even be in a more secluded spot?
No.
Where, Sibin? For the time being, I would feel a lot more comfortable if I had my eye. Sibin.
Okay, understood. Yes. Yes.
Alright.
So she'll check in with Mr. Esparago and just see how things are, if there's anything that requires her attention, or if it's all good.
Everything is going about as well on his end as it can go given the circumstances, but he is a little flustered and a little worried that we might not have a race in a couple of days.
Yeah, we'll see what comes of this. Keep up the good work. I'll be in touch. Oh,
And
and
I certainly hope so. Uh, 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 Lady Miranda, what happened?
A bit of a, shall we say, culture clash between what might be acceptable in the Shutikiwan Empire and what's not, and what goes on here.
You could just say that we got a maniac. But yeah, well.
I'll, like I said, I'll be in touch. And
Leona will head back to let Hyde know he can get back to work.
Good.
Unless there's something
Getting
that
very tired
awesome.
showing them different ways to make apple cider. Bye.
Make a parasite, will ya?
I disappears, and Leona, there is you and a mob of about 23 reporters that are no longer being held back about 10 feet away from you.
Hey,
Have fun.
Hiniko was with him.
Oh,
Leon, all
Lady
right.
Leona, Lady Leona, Lady Leona, Lady Leona, Lady Leona, Lady Leona, Lady Leona.
yes.
Do I
Yes,
need
yes,
to
one at a
roll
time,
profession?
please.
Ah! Large flash things too close!
Sibin, please.
Oh my god!
Please, for the
Oh my!
love of
Oh
God.
my! Oh my god! It's a suspect.
I is hearing all of this and just smiling as he walks back to his.
Why did you bring us out to outside public places?
Because I have a job to do, Sibin.
I just want to go back to a hotel. Sleep.
I don't
All
think you get to complain about this.
I gotta see if I
You
can do it.
specifically.
Is there anything I need to roll to throw a paper airplane at Leona?
Ranged attack roll?
Just want him to send her a note. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just use my tumor familiar to do it. Here, piece of paper. Go. The tumor familiar throws a little piece of paper into Leona's hand. And then it squawks. And then it goes away.
Good god.
What?
Leona will look at the paper confused for a moment and then read it.
All it says is, I could just tell you what the fuck's going on, right? You don't have to come here.
Yeah, but she's responsibilities.
And then it says, P.S. I have alcohol somewhere inside of some place. You know the spot. We discussed it.
Leona does in fact know the spot.
So, Red, do I need to roll my soldier profession to keep the mob away a bit? Is that a thing I could
I didn't think
do?
they were actually.
You can roll profession soldier, but I don't want you to feel like you should do it as opposed to you can do it. If you get my meaning.
Well, I'm trying to be a bodyguard. Being a soldier
They're
and a
not
bodyguard are two different things, but
two
hey,
very
there's an
different things.
attempt.
Profession, I don't have the skill.
Well, hey, the thing I sort of do.
You two managed to part the sea. Managed to part the sea again.
All right. With that, Leona will get in the carriage and head to the hotel.
Thibin follows.
Sibin is not allowed to not follow.
Good point.
one ram ride later,
Yay.
you are back at your place of residence, and outside there is a officer that seems to be expecting you to come out.
All right. Leona will dismount the carriage and approach the officer.
Officer, can I help you?
Yeah, Lord Rainey wants to have a word with you.
I am not surprised at this. Where may I see him?
You know, where else do you think you'll see him?
At the hall.
You're cutting out on my end.
At the city hall?
Fortunately for you, he's a little tied up this evening. He wants to see you tomorrow, 8 a.m. on the dot.
I will be there.
The officer nods and leads you to your business.
Leona will not say anything until she is up in her room, at which point she will flop down on the nearest convenient cushioned surface and scream into a pillow. For a good few minutes.
Sounds about right.
Norvin and Hinako, as you two stand guard outside of Leona's room, you hear some muffled screams, some very common swear words, and what can only be described as a cat angrily button mashing a keyboard.
What?
I know the reference.
Leona,
Yeah.
whoever is in this room is they have created new phonics. Syllables that to this date have never been uttered or transcribed by any mortal, living or dead.
Accidentally summon a demon.
By the by, Hinako will mostly be with Fibbin.
As long as somehow that doesn't translate as you summon I'm good. I'm good.
Where is Sibbon's room in relation to Leona's, if I could ask?
That's a good question.
Probably next to it, I want to say.
We buy like a little dog cage.
No.
Someone has trust issues with Dibin.
No. Wild, I know you're LG and everything, but you can at least be humane.
She already has an anklet and a fox looking over her.
I was about to say, don't you dare say what's the worst she could do.
Oh yeah, that reminds me, Thibbin, you are alone in your room with the fox.
So, we have not had a one-on-one before.
Have we not?
No, I think we do
Can't
not think we
remember.
have.
Might have been a point. Doesn't really matter.
Your first introduction with each other was instincts was taking over.
I should probably emphasize this point real fast. I'd have to imagine that you're doing that you're doing overtime because you only seem to have two modes in this game. And And you know that one meme song with the bald cowboy singing over the mountains.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what you hear.
It's musical.
Uh,
Musical rage.
And, wow, yeah, Leona is, yikes.
After having suitably vented for a while, Leona will enter into Thibin's room. You said it's been a couple of days.
to get all organized. And by the way, you bet your ass that room is locked.
Right. Leona will approach the room and knock on the door.
Unico will open the door.
I need to speak with Jeremy.
Jeremy?
Yes,
The bug.
the
Bug?
familiar.
The
You're
boog.
you're gonna talk with the bug?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I have not seen him today.
Is he not in? Is he not in your backpack?
No, I think he left me a while ago somewhere in town. Saying something along the lines of, if you cannot go out somewhere, I will go out somewhere and take in sights. He also flipped me the bird, whatever that means.
100 times over.
I suppose we'll just have to wait until he returns.
No, wow, that is not how witchcraft works.
Aw.
So I think he will come back later tonight, but now, nowhere to be seen.
Right then.
I can send him a message.
Message.
Tell him Leona wishes to speak with him.
Oh, it does not work like that. He is out of range at the moment.
Ah.
That
Then
city
why
is
did
big.
you? Then why did you say you could send him a message if you can't send him a message?
Because I think that he was in closer range. It's around, what is it in common? 1 mile.
Right.
He is outside of 1 mile.
All right. Okay. All right.
But you can talk to Mimi.
Yes. And I suppose I should. So, Thibin, are you aware of why what you did was a very bad idea?
Tumbleweed.
Be honest. I'm not going to be any more angry if you say no.
Not exactly, no.
Sorry. I love this, but I feel like the reason Leona is saying that is because the rage dial is already turned up to 10 and there isn't an 11.
There is no 11. You cannot get any more angry.
Sorry about that. I just wanted to comment on that. Continue.
Right then.
It
I'm
also
going
did
to.
not help that I had last second thought at time, and it was difficult to express.
Wild says it's probably a good think. I'm guarding the door.
Damn you, typos.
Right then. So, Sibin, I am going to explain to you something known as etiquette.
I heard that tastes like cherries.
It is a concept, not a physical thing.
Ah, a concept. The particular umpire knows of concepts.
That's something, at least. Right
Okay.
then.
My country has ideas. That's good.
Hmm.
It
Many
is a general concept on how one should comport themselves. And what is considered appropriate and inappropriate depending on the situation. You understand, Seven?
Tumbleweed.
Are you suggesting that I, Thibin, should not act?
Under certain circumstances, there are certain actions which you should very much not take. I am going to try and educate you on the broad strokes of these actions.
Is this surface dwellers' relation?
This is about how we do things up on the surface.
Okay. I, Thibin, will try to keep attention of this. Matter of fact, I, Thibin, shall make a book.
Good. Taking notes is a good way to remember. Right.
So I take it I don't have to bore you all with Leona describing to Thibin
Explaining basic ethics.
basic ethics and etiquette to
Leona begins explaining basic etiquette to the rat folk, starting with the very basics of how to very friendly approach people, starting with the right
Starting with
foot
the
and
letter
then the left
T.
foot.
Starting with the letter T, then into the next letter, an H.
She breaks out a blackboard and gets a piece of chalk and raises her hand 1 centimeter and then another centimeter and then another centimeter.
Oh goodness.
She moves her hand half the distance to the blackboard, and then half the distance a second time, and then a third time, and her hand never actually makes it to the blackboard.
It also doesn't help the fact that I do not know how to spell etiquette correctly, so. Ick.
Etique.
Etique. Basic etique. Anyway, yeah, but just Leona's not trying to teach Thibin how to be a princess or anything, just, the basics.
That then brings up a question for Ithibin. What if in situation if one person is left-handed but they are forced to use right-handed item? Do they still
Yes.
use their right useless arm?
In general, yeah, that's the reason most left-handed people learn to use the right. Well,
That sounds somewhat useless if you must use firearm.
well, I'm pretty sure. Norvin, you can use both firearms with either hand, right?
In theory, yes.
There. I mean, when you're using a firearm, it's usually not the time for etiquette.
Yeah. In a fight, no one cares if you're using the correct hand.
Huh.
They do care if you want to blow up the entire area. Not a good analogy.
Now that I think of that, that would make sense as to why the fake explosive was not a good idea.
Good, you're learning.
Admittedly, though, my intention was to still be in disguise and scream that it was they who sent bomb.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea.
Unfortunately,
mean-
I had flashback toward the academy.
This is why I'm teaching you surface etiquette.
There was a lot of blood at the academy.
Again,
The bombs
why
were
I'm
big.
teaching you surface etiquette.
Yes. That does remind of Thibin, though, of something that Thibin thought of but forgotten.
What did you think of and forget and are now remembering?
Uh, you do not think this information will be the situation Thibin mean, be sent out to other countries, would it?
That what you did here will spread across the to other nations? Quite likely. Word of this incident will spread.
Yeah, this is this
Hold
is
on. Yeah.
Why are alarms going off?
why did the car alarm go off?
That's my phone.
Why are alarms going off?
What happens?
That's my phone.
What happens at 10 a.m. on a Saturday for you? You're in the middle of a goddamn game.
10
I
a.m.
believe that would be the "we need to start D&D" alarm.
Yeah.
Why does it sound like your phone is getting stolen?
I set that as my alarm as a joke one time, and I never unset it as my alarm.
And somehow this is the first time we've heard it.
Yes.
Well, usually he's another half hour. It happens
suppose
when he's
so.
not on microphone. Like your phone is being stolen by someone.
But back to it. Yeah. A crazy rap person tries to explode Sador GP fundraising gala in Quattraro Hall in Silverton. That is national news at minimum.
That is not good.
Why is that, Fibbin?
Remember that I explained when we were in your nation earlier? By 2 weeks. Wow, been 2 weeks long.
Vaguely, you said you're being done with fire, I believe.
That I am being hunted down? Yes.
Ah.
If what you say is true about etiquette, I do not think my other individuals, I suppose that is correct word, would know of etiquette either.
Leona has discovered the 11.
That is Norvin, you're allowed to shoot the next one. Just so you know.
I wasn't aware I needed permission.
I agree with this. Yes. Next one. Yes. To make sure they are not from surface. To make certain, though it should be easy to tell difference.
Norvin is capable of discerning his targets.
Yes. If I recall, the surface rat folk are much more socially etiquette. Yes, if not like to be a close attachment.
Right. All right then. Well, if they come running about, yelling about bombs, thing, trying to blow us up, I'm sure Norvin can handle the situation.
Yes, which is why I, Thibin, would like to stay in hotel for a rest of day, if not at least 2 other days until I am absolutely needed for anything else.
It's 11
That
p.m.
That and
I mean,
I have a link connected now. I can sense Jeremy.
Perfect.
Good.
Can you
Good.
tell him?
Good time.
Can you tell him? Tell him to come here.
Jeremy comes back in wearing like a Hawaiian t-shirt, and you can smell like Mai Tai on him.
Jeremy, you are moving fast. How did you get shirt?
He swerves and bonks his head into the bedpost.
Oh,
Is he drunk?
he
You can kind of just hear Jeremy speaking in the bug language.
Leona actually does understand him at the moment.
he is beyond drunk.
Fantastic.
He is what I believe term is called smashed.
You know, I don't blame.
Come here. Come here.
He needs a minute, but he does actually get his way up your arm.
He need rest. Good rest. Long rest.
Squeakity squeak, squeak squeaker squeaking. I don't know. Okay, good. Okay, better. Carry on.
Yes. He need good sleep time. Yes. He very drunk and why he talking constantly. He shut up, Jeremy.
What is he saying? Again, Leona can understand him at the moment.
He is talking nonsensical right now. He is smashed.
I'm not asking.
I should clarify, I'm not asking Thivin what he's saying. Leona can understand what he's saying.
Oh, can you?
Yes, at the moment, Leona is using one of her spirit guide ability to attune herself to a nature spirit and gain the hex and gain a hex, specifically one that allows her to communicate with any one creature.
Well, it sounds like he's extremely slosh and is speaking incoherently even by normal standards of drunk.
Leona, something about your mother.
Uh,
Right.
And something about chewing a bar stool in half, which doesn't make any sense. Fortunately, because he is not exactly in range to even use any of the touch spells, nothing bad happened as far as one is
yeah.
aware.
Later, you find out this entire monologue is just him trying to sing "Boy Named Sue" or something.
later we find he acid fire tortured someone on accident.
He can't. Thivin has to touch him to give him the spell.
And
You know what? Fair point. Yeah, considering what exactly he is. Yeah. At least he's actually his wisdom is very average. So at least he understands enough etiquette to not to do that. But being extremely drunk, that's probably not good.
he's like, okay, now I understand why the paladin got upset at me.
Right. Right. I'll wait till tomorrow before I re-prepare my spells for the day.
Yes. I think we should be good. But just in case, if information did in fact go far long distance, as you state, it will probably not be good.
It'll take some time, but word will get out. Thibin.
I do not think there will be full scale war. Thank God. Uh, but be careful.
Right.
Now then,
Oh,
I wish to
watch
sleep.
out for You do that. I'll be doing something of similar nature.
I hear hot tea, green tea is good.
Thank you.
And Leona will head back to her room.
And we are going to pause for just a moment while I let I finish typing his thing.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You do not need to stare at me, Hinoko, as I sleep.
Oh, I don't need to stare at. I can hear you just fine, even if I go to sleep.
Well, that doesn't sound it.
Ah,
Well, that's not intimidating.
There we go. I wrote
I
things.
wish to be by myself in my room with Jeremy.
Until you can prove that you are, let's say, logical enough, I don't think you will be alone for much.
Thibin is very logical, just not by surface dweller logical standard.
Fine, let me rephrase it then. Until you can prove that you have learned the surface ethics properly, you shall not be alone much.
That's rude.
I am not, though. I have Jeremy.
I'm not going to count the bug.
That's even ruder.
In fact, I'm going to count it as a part of you,
Hmm.
if anything. Also, apparently it's drunk, so that doesn't really make it count either. How the hell did you get a bug drunk? Seriously.
He had like a thimble of whiskey.
Considering that he eats books and scrolls, I would not be surprised if he somehow gets himself an entire margarita book.
Just a book on making alcohol. He eats it and gets drunk.
No, no, no. He was having himself a book, and then someone spilled a margarita on it.
I'll be right back.
Oh, so that's
Alright.
And he staggered all the way. And he staggered all the way back from the library to the hotel, singing Jimmy Buffett songs.
good thing nobody heard that. I think.
So query then. Does that Ide has his room at this hotel too, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Would he?
Just
You
Would
know what?
he?
You know what? For fun, yes. However, he's not staying with you guys. The team has its own separate block inside of it. He's a couple floors up.
alright, cool. Leona is going to get that item that she and I discussed in the place that she and I discussed and avail herself of it before she actually goes to bed.
Without context, this sounds remarkably shady.
She gets drunk and then goes to sleep.
I'm back.
Welcome
Alright.
back.
Anything happen?
Leona got drunk and went to sleep.
Ah. The usual then.
Yeah.
This is not going to help Thibin's paranoia.
What isn't?
Fair point.
All right, Leona, you can. All right, Leona, do. Yeah, Leona. Just remember that you have stuff in the morning.
Yeah. She's not gonna get completely sloshed. Just enough to numb the pain.
Well, the game's supposed to be fun.
It is fun. Just not for Leona.
I hurt myself today.
Anyway. Next day?
What's the time scale for this here stuff you're doing? Do you want do you want me to finish? Do you want me to wait for you to finish typing your stuff because it might be relevant, or?
I mean, all he's trying to do is help it so that people can see better. So it's not really that relevant.
Okay. So you wouldn't mind if I started narrating again?
Yeah, go ahead, keep narrating. I'm just doing side things right now. If I
Okay,
was wanting, if
okay.
it was important, I would be saying it out loud.
I am just making sure. It is the next day, and I have to imagine Leona has an alarm or something prepped because this is going to be a relatively early meeting for her.
Yeah, she's got like a little alarm.
Damn.
Little wind up alarm clock.
On the bench.
She
Leona,
well,
Leona, you are
There we go.
you're snoozing away pleasantly, and you start hearing the Meow Mix theme.
She will roll out of bed, get herself dressed and freshened up and all ready for the meeting with Mr. Rainey. She'll prepare her. She'll do her spell preparation stuff after the meeting. She actually does want to delay on that so she can talk to Jeremy. So you can feel free to say she would have had to expend any number of spells the last day.
I
The ones with the lines next to them are ones that she doesn't presently have available to her because of her archetype.
I am free to tell you that you spent any number of the things that you have an arbitrarily large amount of yesterday when it doesn't matter anymore.
When it does still matter, because Leona isn't re-preparing and regaining her spells. If this is going to be relevant at all, I'm just saying.
I'm ruling that this is an unnecessary layer of abstraction you're adding.
Okay, cool. So Leona will go to speak with Mr. Rainey.
Just by yourself?
Norvin will presumably be coming along.
Yeah.
Hinako, stay here and keep an eye on Tibin for me.
Did you just go to Fibbin's room, knock on the door, for me to wake up, open the door, and tell me to keep an eye on Fibbin?
No, I brought coffee.
Ah, great. Thanks. Stuff is bitter. Do you have any sugar with you?
She'll add like a cube of sugar to the coffee. Here you go.
Thanks.
Early morning.
Back. Hold on. Moment.
Man, I hope they have something extremely sweet with just a same kind of wake up as this. Like, I don't know,
Hold up. I might be
energy
having a
drink?
slight audio issue.
Ay.
Punch the audio.
Yeah, definitely having a slight audio moment. Okay. This takes care of itself. Yeah. Leona will deliver the coffee to Foxy and then head off to speak with Mr. Rainey.
Hinako, you are currently holding 2 cups of espresso, and Leona seems to be under the impression that she wants to give one of them to the small creature.
Look, he seemed pretty hungover. He's gonna need some coffee.
I don't know. This is espresso, you know? It's like CoffeeZilla.
Coffeezilla.
Considering what kind of headache
the
he's
Iron
having right
Giant. Yeah, he's gonna need CoffeeZilla.
now. Thank God that he's so tiny that he's deep in the covers.
He
Unless-
drinks it. He drinks it. He's hip.
He's hip. He's hype.
Okay.
What?
Hinako mumbles tiredly about wondering if there's an extremely sweet drink with just about the same amount of wake-up stuff. Maybe some sort of energy drink.
If only.
If only.
Maybe
or not Marvin. Nicely, he'll invent
and who knows? Maybe they could sponsor a showcase team.
it. It's funny because Red Bull.
Sam, you're gonna
Before Thip could even finish that sentence, Jeremy threatens her. She has
Oh,
both
no.
her hands up, like, okay, geez.
And he could be looking like at you like, what's your problem? What you do?
Hinako, you can squint and see like Jeremy's just holding like the world's most microscopic gun.
Okay, jeez.
I think I got
I'm awake.
food. One moment.
I wake now.
I'll be right back. I just need to grab a quick extension cord.
All right.
A quick extension cord.
Comedy, 100%.
I'm back. Not food yet, just questioning what food I want.
All right. Ah, yeah. Earth, Wind, and Fire, September.
What?
So I have a music playlist in the background.
Right.
That is very prescient of you, I'd.
He is doing things, innocent things.
Ah, yes, alchemist
Innocent
kindness,
things.
the best role-playing alchemical item ever.
No,
Well,
it's the alcohol dentist app.
Okay, fair enough.
it also kind of occurred to Thibin that more than likely she's not going to be able to get any purchases in town for a long time.
No.
You don't say.
Yeah, so
That's probably true.
that's another reason why she just wants to stay at a hotel.
The only reason you're getting out of this hotel is probably to help us fight the bandits or something.
Hinako, in addition to the coffee, you can see Leona has brought over a small selection of fine Sador pastries. Probably more importantly for you and Thibin's well-being, in a paper bag.
Ah,
In a paper bag, or did you say a paper bag?
In that paper bag.
In a paper bag.
No, Leona brought you the cinnamon rolls and served them on the bag.
Hey, I don't know what
Ah.
nobles do.
a parfait. I haven't heard of these things. Matter of fact, now that has occurred to me, we don't have many bakeries back at home.
Good. Then Thibin doesn't know that parfait is a yogurt dish.
Yes.
Mm.
What is this?
What were
This.
these things again?
Parfait.
Say?
They're cinnamon buns. Thibin is insistent that they're parfaits.
I don't know how good your taste buds are, Rat, but maybe you should just eat it and figure out that it's not parfait.
It's not a parfait. What is it?
Maybe the taste can tell you what it might be.
Okay.
Thibin takes a bite out of one of the cinnamon buns.
It tastes like a cinnamon bun. It's very, very sweet.
It tastes good, but what is it?
I guess your taste buds aren't that perfect. Well, these are
That
cinnamon.
is very rude. Thibin has not seen this type of food before. What is it?
What, you can't taste the cinnamon in it?
What is?
So that's what it is? It is called cinnamon?
No, it
She
contains
doesn't know
cinnamon.
what cinnamon tastes like.
Ah,
And no one's conquered the world for spices this time.
mhm.
So all the spices aren't all widespread.
Is it
Fine.
taste?
These are cinnamon buns. They taste like cinnamon. And buns.
So the food itself is called cinnamon bun, and the taste is cinnamon.
Yes.
I have not had these before.
Cinnamon is type of spice that we use in the surface.
Spices.
Did I just say in the surface? That's weird.
I think the umpire does have a spice, but I'm not sure whether it is edible.
Hmm.
All right, I'm just waiting for Leona to get a dressing down from Rainy.
He will see you now.
All right, Leona will go in.
There he is. He's sitting at his desk. He is working. He's working on a few things. You can see a newspaper on there.
Leona will. I assume there's like a chair for her to seat herself. She won't seat herself until he asks her to. She'll just stand there waiting for him to say something.
It's he just looks at Leona and he shakes his head and you can tell he's trying to formulate the words and just nothing's coming to him.
I am aware that last night was a unmitigated disaster.
You did the exact opposite of what I hired you to do.
I am aware of this. I take full responsibility for it, as I made the gross miscalculation that Shotikawan compatriot would be versed in what is acceptable behavior for us surface dwellers, as she would. Furthermore, I understand this is more than just completely screwing up the event. This has political ramifications as well, as the ISC has been painted in a positive light.
Oh. That- That's an issue.
Just left sick and paralyzed.
This all day.
Uh.
Right. Back to the back to the scene.
You'll be happy. You will be relieved to hear that the Marin Half team does offer paid sick leave.
Yeah, he brought something in case of that. He didn't just go out for it, okay?
Oh darn! I am sick and paralyzed. Good thing I have my book.
If only I could turn the pages.
Anyway, back to Leona discussing things.
Yeah.
Do Romeo and Juliet get together? This is the worst cliffhanger ever.
He just stares at the book. The book is there. He doesn't
Book
do
stares
anything.
back.
He's like, you know what? I wonder if bringing a book instead of the thing I could keep in my mouth in case I got poisoned, knowing I was going after this plant, was a good idea. No, the book was the right choice.
Are you ready to give your book report for the class? Yes. I looked at the cover.
It was very interesting, and I can tell you all the details. It's a little worn. There was a dog that was licking it.
It is very rich in imagery and diction.
I am proud of what I saw. I learned so many things.
Yeah. Anyway, so as Leona was saying,
it is a very telling insight on what the word is.
God.
I wonder if you know what he was after. The reason why I dealt with his
the story isn't about Romeo, nor is it only about Juliet. It is about both of them, which is why the "and" is so critical.
Anyway, Leona will
sorry about that.
Continue to and I understand that this is more than just a simple screw up of the event. It's got the incident has political ramifications as well, as the ISC have been painted in a positive light by this.
I love. By the way, I love how Leona literally said that Sador might get thrown into a civil war if this doesn't get mopped up soon enough. The thing that makes Wild go, "Oh no," is Thide getting sick.
Yeah.
Many people dying
One
versus one
one
person.
one alchemist, one alchemical
There's a
boy.
quote about that. I don't remember it. I thought I would remember it halfway through saying it, like sometimes happens. It did work.
So that said, I will devote all the resources I have at my disposal to resolving this issue.
This event has been a cornerstone of the Sador economy, both locally and nationally, for the past 10 years. This event was probably my last Hail Mary to actually get it off the ground. There were a lot of people there, a lot of people who would have been ecstatic and thrilled to have their names on the walls of the race and see our country prosper and continue to grow. And that is no longer a thing. So I don't know how I'm pulling this off now.
Point of interest: is there a? I do recall that one ISC big name dude escaped jail, right?
Yes, his name is Dragovich, if you want to bring that up.
Drukovich. Was there a reward for his capture, or no?
I don't see
Or
how
would
that
Leona not?
I don't see how that would make a difference because that would be offered up by the government.
Right, fair enough.
So what do you plan on doing about this?
Well, I was initially planning on attempting to apprehend the ISC, put a stop to that, but that doesn't solve the entirety of the problem, does it?
It'd be a start. But
Right.
but I still don't know how I'm going to maintain this event now. And unless something miraculous happens, I'm gonna have a lot of explaining to do to the stewards.
Right. How long do we have before the event has to be called off?
Press conferences happen in 2 days, and there needs to be an announcement before that day because otherwise the teams are going to get here and they're going to wonder why they are hosting events for nothing. Also, Norvin, please elaborate your question.
Another simple job.
I don't know if I said that or if I said it.
Seven.
Oh. Sorry.
Actually, it was Jeremy that said that.
Either way.
Same player.
Right. If I'm, well, do you have any ideas on how I would best be able to go about apprehending the ISC? Any ideas where I could look for information, leads, anything?
You got the town
If
talking about them pretty much nonstop last night. You tell me.
I'll put my ear to the street then.
Very good.
On my honor, as a member of the Marinhalf royal family, I will do everything I can to see this resolved, Mr. Rainey.
Forgive me if I don't put too much stock in that at the moment.
It's understandable.
You know the way out.
I do.
And with that, Leona will get up and leave. And head
And
back to the hotel.
by herself with no bodyguards in public.
Hi.
With Norman.
Norvin, you are pretty sure you said thank you about 200 times in the past 3 days.
Yay.
All right.
Leona, do you have anything to report to your comrades? I'm assuming that that's where this is going.
Right. First off, Leona's gonna wanna catch up with Ide and the rest of and at least the team principal. At which point she will probably find Ide drooling on the floor in his hotel room.
Not drooling. In pain. Fuck you.
Oh, gosh.
Leona, on the other end of the door, you hear somebody who is probably going to have to pay reupholstering costs after he checks out.
I cured the paralyzation, but forgot to make something for the vomiting. Oh god. Oh, okay, I'm working on it. Oh, there it is. I'm almost there. Almost there.
Do you need
This
some
is
help, Ide?
One moment. I got this. I fucking got this. I know I got this.
I don't think you do.
I can feel it in my onions.
Pardon?
I'm in oil of restfulness. You can sleep.
Doesn't look
But
very restful.
I was trying to. Oh, give me a second. Oh god. Oh, that was not my lung, was it? Oh god, that wasn't my lung. Okay, anyway, I was trying to get a
Leona
pollen, and
will
the pollen got in my nose and my ear, and I'll be fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Are you?
Yes.
I can try a little healing spell. I don't know if it would be too terribly effective at curing that.
And he continues to vomit as she just thinks of this healing spell.
She's gonna
Lay
try
on hands
a.
fixes second. I do that.
Oh, Norvin just goes over and like taps him on the shoulder, and he feels better.
Yeah.
Well, you see,
Oh,
that is speedy service. How much do I owe you now?
You don't.
He gives you 10 gold pieces anyway.
Okay.
I have a lot
alright.
of money. I don't
So
really.
I have some bad news.
Okay. While you have bad news, I'm going to be cleaning. Go ahead. He starts cleaning what
Right.
he can get up. Luckily, there's a toilet. I did most of that there.
So you remember how the fundraiser for the Skador Grand Prix was interrupted
It was
by a
interrupted.
bomb threat?
I know it had to have been from someone holding a bomb. I wasn't really paying attention to the whole thing because, well, you see, I have a life.
Right, involving your job as a race engineer. I'm aware. The race that isn't going to happen unless something changes.
Well, what exactly do we need to change, Princess?
Well, for one, we have to. Well, for one, they don't have the money for the race.
How much do they need? Did he tell you that?
Would Rainey have let Leona know about how much money they need?
I mean, if that's the problem, we need to know at least a goal, at least the money wise.
Red,
Can you repeat the question, please?
how much moolah we need?
You want a precise quantity, huh?
Rough estimate.
Oh, we need a
Oh,
minimum.
fuck me. Okay. Gold, are you kidding me, dude? This is like a multi-million GP event.
Okay, yeah, a few million gold.
Okay, that can be acquired. Anyway, go on.
The second thing, the one which I think is a little bit more achievable for us.
Before you say voice mod.
Thank you.
The second thing, the one that might be a little more achievable for us and pulling vast quantities of gold out from God's nowhere,
Don't worry about it.
is the
Things you do.
apprehension of the ISC.
Okay. And weren't they the people that basically got away because Thibin decided she wanted to go anarchist on us all?
Yes. And they're also the ones who got put in very good publicity from escorting out the people who thought they were about to be exploded.
So what you're telling me is, because of Thibin, the bad people, quote unquote, are considered the heroes of the day, and therefore they're being listened to more attentively to the people that should not be listening to, because now it's making things 10 times worse.
You have a good grasp of the politics of the situation.
Well, here's my grasp on everything. Seeing as we can't do anything about that, maybe we can't do the race, but at least we can help these people, right?
Yeah, at the very least, we need to apprehend the ISD. Otherwise, we could have a civil war in Skador.
Well, you see, civil war is something that's allowed, isn't it?
It's not
It's
good.
war with
It-
it's not good, but it's allowed. Some fights you can't not win. You just have to accept
Some-
it sometimes.
We at the
Sometimes you
very
can't be the hero,
least,
Leona.
at the very least, we need to try to stop
Yes, we can
this.
try, but just know that you could fail. Remember that. Don't
I
think that
am
you have to be the
acutely-
savior of every place we go to.
I am acutely aware of that, Hyde. I
Are
just
you?
want to clean up what is effectively my mess.
It isn't your mess. It's Thibbin's, but I understand the sentiment.
Thibbin works for me. I'm responsible for her.
Yes, and I gave her a bomb that was supposed to be just a little knickknack, but she used it to cause mass hysteria, so that's why I'm helping.
Thank you, Ide.
I don't like helping, but I'm going to help anyway.
Alright, I'm planning on disguising myself and heading down to the streets to try and dig up some information on the ISP. But first, I
Well,
did want.
do you need help?
Probably, I really don't know. I
Well,
gotta
you got
roll
your
my
bodyguard, your other bodyguard, your Thibbin, whatever you want to consider her as, and you've got me who keeps an eye on
Unfortunate
everything
responsibility.
outside. You guys may be able to go on adventures a lot, but I do keep an eye on the area around, what's happening while you guys are going stupid. But this time, I feel like I might need to be put a hand in this damn shit.
right.
Because of Thibbin. So help me God, if she does another thing with another freaking thing I give her, anyway.
First off, I wanted to have a word with Jeremy. Yes, I
Who
want
the
to talk
fuck
to
is Jeremy?
the centipede.
Oh, I made insecticide for that thing.
It's her
Jesus
familiar.
Christ!
It's her familiar. It's
And?
intelligent. And it
terrified me last night.
and it may or may not be potentially the vessel of a dead god.
Okay, so if insecticide kills it, does that mean the dead god comes back? Or does it stay dead?
It
We don't know.
stays dead.
Oh good, if it stays dead, I am down with this insecticide plan.
The deity in question isn't an evil deity.
I don't care.
Gotta.
I can say legitimately, as an alchemist, I killed a god. Do you realize how much publicity I can get from that shit?
No one would believe you.
Oh, I can make sure it's very believable. Trust me, I got this. I got this. I know a guy.
Either way,
I know a guy.
I need. I want to try and get the vessel of the dead god to try and keep Thibbin in check.
So what you're telling me is Thibbin is a worshiper of the dead god, yet the dead god follows whatever Thibbin tells it to do. Like a pooch.
No. Have you seen? First off, have you seen the way Thibbin and Jeremy interact?
I just think she's insane.
That's
Are you sure it's a dead god?
certainly a
Not just,
possibility.
are you sure it's a dead god, not her talking to a creature and just assuming that it's a dead god?
I'm going to ask the creature and find out for sure.
You do know a creature can lie to you. It's like, oh, I'm a dead god. Totally, yeah, bro.
And I have a spell to stop people from lying to me.
Yeah, people. That's not a person.
Hold on. Let me check out the.
Didn't think about that, did you?
Just have to make sure that's
Leona
a thing
would
you can
know.
actually do.
Leona would know that.
Because there's
the
the way that spell works is it revolves around you talking to a person.
creature.
humanoid.
It said the spell
Well,
specifies creature.
But
It
how does
will
it
work.
compel someone from telling the truth? It doesn't have like keynotes of showing how they tell the truth or not. And if they don't have those limbs or objects, you can't do it.
No, I just can the spell lets me know if they're telling the truth or not.
Okay. But whenever it takes the truth, does that mean it's something they believe or actually the truth?
I'm going to go get a nail. I'm going to go get a nail file, not because I need one, but because I legitimately, honest to God, think it's appropriate for me listening to this conversation.
I doesn't believe in Leona's truth thing because he just believes people know how to lie their way out.
If they
How does the spell work anyway? I'm kind of curious now. I
the
forgot how it
spell
works.
is called Touch of Truth Telling.
All right, hold on.
And you're going to want to, and it references Zone of Truth.
Yeah, Zone of Truth has been. I know loopholes around the Zone of Truth so hardcore it's not even funny.
5e Zone of Truth or Pathfinder
see.
Zone of Truth?
Both.
Norvin, where are you again?
With
He's with
Leona. But they're
Feel
talking out of character about the spell, so.
This is out of character. Okay.
Yeah, this is a quick little. Oh, forgot to turn off the voice mod.
Yeah, this is out of character. Like we're just
Yeah, they're
discussing
talking
it.
out of
Spell.
character about the spell.
Yeah, Leona's like, I have a spell for this, and I'd like, will it work on the centipede? Leona says yes, it will. And then we're discussing out of character how the spell works.
Hold on 1 second. It's loading.
Yeah. Zone of Truth. Creatures within the animation area can't speak, or those who enter it can't speak any deliberate or intentional lies. Each potentially affected creature is allowed to save, yada yada yada. Affected creatures are aware of this enchantment, therefore they may avoid answering questions to which they would normally respond with a lie, or they may be evasive as long as they remain within the boundaries of the truth. Creatures who leave this area are free to speak as they
Here comes the thing I have to ask. How are you communicating with this creature? Is it speaking or is it mentally talking to you?
speaking.
How are you making it speak?
I can understand it via the power of a nature spirit. I have attuned myself.
Okay, so what you're telling me is you're high. All right, gotcha.
This is literally what I do. A significant portion of my magical prowess comes from attuning myself to various celestial spirits.
You have problems, lady. You have problems.
More than you realize, Hyde.
You literally have collected a group of people that one I am just like not even there half the time. Yeah, Hinako, she's a child basically that tries to murder people. And you got a gun wielding paladin that I think he's all right. He's all right. He's fine. And then you have
Thank
Thibbit.
you.
And
And
then
I
there's
don't even need to
Thibbit.
go into details about Thibbit.
Right.
This is what you consider your usual posse to investigate and help people.
If I had my choice of all of the Marinhav royal family servants, I would not, in fact, have what I have. What I have is what I have, and I have to make do with that.
So what you're saying is you would throw these people away if you had the chance.
No, I just wouldn't rely on them for this.
Well, yeah.
You're all still my friends.
Well, you see, here's another question for you. Beatrice.
Leona.
Yeah, Beatrice. You see, you can lead them all to death by going and investigating all these things that you've been doing. You know that, right? You do realize we're dealing with people a lot more difficult than the ones we were dealing in Marinhav.
Pretty sure we were attacked by the Mafia or something.
That was thrust upon us, Northam. Anyone who doesn't want to assist me in this, I'm not going to force them to.
You do realize you're paying these people, right? To be your bodyguards. Which means no matter where you go or what you do, they're gonna guard you.
I'm pretty sure Norvin's working this job out of obligation to his order. not because of pay. Something
Oh.
about a prophecy, right?
Yeah, not inaccurate.
That's kind of okay. You're still fine, but that seems a little cultist, man. Not gonna handshake it. It sounds like a cult. And back to you. So where are we gonna go now? Because I think we've had enough conversation about me just being annoying about your magic. Because I like to do that, and you seem to always respond, and it makes me laugh on the
Well,
inside.
I'm glad I can make you laugh.
Only on the inside. You're not gonna get
It's
chucked.
something. It's something.
Also, here I made this. It's called Alchemist Kindness. Next time you get hungover, take some.
This isn't going to leave me. This isn't going to make me vomit for God knows how long it is.
No. That was another thing I was trying to make. Well, let's not talk about the thing I was trying to make. But this is for you.
All right. Thank you, Ide. So,
Welcome.
all right.
All right, Leona will head back to where Thibin, Hinoko, and Jeremy are. And she will, she'll come into the room, see what's going on.
Hinako is whittling away on a piece of wood.
What is Thibin up to?
What has they been up to?
I forgot myself muted this entire time. I was about to say, Thibin was telling Jeremy to go search for Leona since she wanted to speak to, well, Jeremy. So you were almost stepped on Jeremy as he was about to open the door.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jeremy. Again, she can still understand him.
That may just be how it speaks.
That's just actually what they're saying.
I can be understood. This is strange.
Yes, I'm using the power of a nature spirit to communicate with you. I want to. Something Thibin said yesterday,
You mean 2 to 3 days ago?
2 to 3 days ago. God, it's been a blur. You're the emissary of a particular entity. No?
Did she say that?
She
Someone
did
said it.
actually. She mentioned the nameless one, and Leona made her knowledge, religion, and knowledge. And Leona and Norvin made their knowledge, religion, and history
Knowledge,
checks.
whatever you're talking about, checks.
Yeah. They,
Huh. She must have truly thought it was a desperate situation to speak of that then.
I think you were, and I think you said she was a disgrace to the nameless one or something like that.
She's an idiotic, chaotic idiot. As much as she is a personification of chaos itself, it is chaotic stupid.
Hinako, what's his perception roll for again, dear?
Keep an eye on the rat ball. Oh, she's still busy with them. What works?
You are successfully keeping an eye on her. Continue.
Thibin's not
Well-
really doing anything except watching you whittle at the model.
At the moment, I'm trying to solve the problem Thibin has created for herself and everyone. Everyone in
Everyone else.
Skador. To be
Yes.
perfectly honest.
We're having a
Yes.
conversation. I is making something that looks illegal.
Problem is not a simple way to say it. A fuck up is what is.
Right.
But what does this relate to me?
I presume you've attached yourself to Thibin for a reason.
Yes. Matter of fact, it has been since she was born.
Oh god, she's the chosen one of your master, isn't she?
That is a answer I will refrain from stating. Though. Ah!
Like just this angry little screech from the centipede.
The worst possible choice.
Damn you, Shishikawan Empire! Damn you! Logicless lunatics. If they didn't go into goddamn technology itself, instead stayed with the old ways, would have been in this mess in the first place. But no! Renounced their faith, renounced their followerships, and suddenly, poof! Nameless one disappears. Gone.
And Thibin is the chosen one of the nameless one to lead her people back to faith, to this forgotten faith.
Unfortunately, she does have royal bloodlines. So yes.
Ah,
Oh! Oh, let me guess. She never even mentioned that part because she doesn't even know about it.
well.
Generations do that to people. Generations. I tried so many times with the previous descendants, ancestors of them. They all fucked up in some kind of manner and way. One of them blew themselves up underneath a city, caused the city to sunk, and there you go, made another new city underneath it. You want to know about that? Because that happened in only the Shishkiwan Empire. And then there was the Civil Wars! The Civil Wars! And now they're having a Cold War with the dwarves? Why? The dwarves did nothing wrong! They were just having a mining race. The Shishkiwan Empire took that as an insult? Ah,
I'm imagining this little centipede pacing backwards and forwards. Oh, it's just like making small screeching and chittering noises, and Leona's just like nodding along. Like, I see.
Are you okay? Are you really talking to that thing? Is this really
I
happening?
am.
Fibbin,
I am.
Fibbin's kind of hearing some of this, but is also trying to ignore the conversation because she doesn't not know what the fuck Jeremy's talking about half the time when he's talking about the past.
Right. Turns out, Thibin is of royal blood.
Wait,
Joy.
what?
So what you're telling me is that he points at Thibin with the most uncaring point ever. Like, yeah, that is also a
Yes.
princess,
Technically.
or is it a queen? Please tell me. Please, God, tell me that's not a queen.
No, that thing is not a queen, thank the gods.
Are you sure? You didn't even know you were royalty like 5 minutes ago.
Leona is translating for Jeremy here. Like, no. He says she's not a queen. Don't worry-eyed.
Not unless the rest of her household dies.
Did the rest of your did you translate that? Did you
So,
translate that?
wait. Yeah, wait. So, if she's not royalty until the rest of her household dies, why is she the chosen one of the
Because
nameless one?
unfortunately, she is the most chaotic.
That's
That is... Yeah, she's definitely the most chaotic, obviously.
I just wish that also retaliated in her intelligence, but unfortunately her own culture squandered this. Had she been brought up outside of the Empire itself, it probably would have worked out far more better. But unfortunately, that is not the case. It also doesn't help for the fact that her household seems to be dying like flies on a corpse-filled maggot.
I see. Okay.
Yummy.
Well,
You
this
sound like
is
you have a long conversation.
Leona
You know what?
relays this.
Hey,
Leona relays this information to the rest of the party.
hey,
Uh,
Leona. Ever wanted to look younger?
I'm why?
Ah,
No reason. I'm just curious.
I'm not particularly that.
what do you mean I am of royal blood? There is no royal blood in Empire.
Well, presumably
Apparently there is.
there was. How is your Empire run?
You dissipated into the back rooms. What'd you say?
She wants to know how the Empire operates.
That is not something I could answer correctly because I have not had good connections. And
Right,
again,
they renounced their faith.
it also didn't help that it took me such a long time to really come back for the most part. Every few generations at the most.
Anyway, about that being young, looking younger thing. See, I just created this nice little capsule here, and it restores your youth. Yeah,
Other side effects?
none that I know of.
I'll keep that in mind.
I shall refrain from saying any more, for it is extremely
Right.
agitating. And the headache from the margarita falling upon the book.
Also,
not
could you be
help.
kind enough, Leona, to tell the centipede one little thing?
I can
What-
understand him. He just merely have to speak out.
The centipede can understand. Jeremy can
Oh
understand.
yeah, I've made
you.
insecticide. Don't fuck
What?
with me.
Is he telling me that there's an easy way out of this goddamn forsaken world?
Please don't leave us with just Pippin.
Unfortunately, I will remain until Thibin were to perish, and then that would force me to go on to the next one. If there is a next one, that is.
Right. I'm reasonably certain there is.
Also, I have done some slight investigations. I don't know how accurate they are, but try checking the sewers in this city.
Thank you.
I could not search any further because, again, I was drunkard. That
Right.
and also,
well,
there was some really good reading material about a warrior princess.
right then.
But apart from that, Jeremy was wasting away again in Margaritaville.
Right.
Dun, da, da,
All
da,
right.
da.
So Jeremy actually did some investigation while he was out before he got incredibly drunk from eating a book that someone had spilled a margarita on.
Ah, he did mention that to me.
Yes.
Me, I. But
He said the sewers would be a good place to investigate.
one question problem.
Yes.
That is still in city lines, correct?
Yes. It's still in the city. It's the city sewers. They're part of the city.
Does it locate me further down, deeper we go? Is that still considered within city limits after a set time in sewers depth?
I'm pretty sure they would have explained how the translocate the locator bracelet work. Like, right?
I have
Or
no
would this not
problem
have been
going if
covered?
it doesn't work properly.
I apologize. I was trying to take notes on everything that's happening here.
Good.
Can you repeat the question?
Does the locator bracelet count down? Steven wants to know if we can go in the sewers without the locator bracelet getting mad at her.
I have done all the alchemy checks I can do for that time period you made me that everyone did the whole time skip with sleeping.
It'll be fine.
God damn it! Now it says I'm out of the server. Am I still in there or
Alright.
no?
Right then.
No, you're the spirit, Bask.
I figured so.
Right.
It was saying that whole the red bar of death said you just can't be here. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Alright then. So we know, thanks to the Jeremy's insight, the sewers are someplace we should look. I am going to, in order to prevent myself from getting mobbed by literally every news reporter in Jador, I'm going to go about disguising myself.
Ah,
Okay, there it goes. It didn't roll, so I'm like, oh, that's why. And now I have all the things I need to be an evil little bastard. I mean, a good person.
Anyways, right then. So, well, what do you all think? We need to solve this problem with the ISC as soon as is possible.
so we require to capture the leader of the ISC.
Yes. But first, I want to let everyone involved in this know. This is going to be dangerous. This is going to be deadly. Potentially. I don't want to force anyone to come along with me on this.
Well, I am unfortunately, well, let me reframe that word correctly. I am very fortunate to cooperate in this situation happenings.
Thank
Are
you,
you going to pay me?
I'll give you a bonus side, don't worry.
All right, bonuses it is. I will do whatever you tell me as long as you say the word bonus.
At least you're honest about it.
Would you do it for a bonus snack?
Yes, I would do it for a bonus snack.
Wait.
Inoko?
Does that mean I am not a wizard?
I'm fairly certain that your magic is of a different nature than that of a wizard. Jeremy, she's not a wizard, right?
She's not a wizard. She is of a witch. I
Ah,
tried to
she's a
explain it to her
witch.
multiple times, but she still did not understand this. It also didn't help that I did not have the proper intelligence at the time.
Right. You're Thibbin. You're a witch.
I'm
Not a
witch?
wizard. You're a witch. There is a difference.
Aren't a wizard, Harry.
You aren't a wizard, Harry. You are in fact a witch. Completely different arcane spellcast.
And for the last time, Thibbin, you get your magic from me. Not yourself, not those books you make. None of those books are magical. Me.
Hit me. I did it.
Me. Never say that again.
Years of academy experience. Wasted.
Well,
From
at least
what
you
I
didn't waste your
understand,
time
weren't you
learning
a
alchemy.
lab experiment at the academy?
I was about to become one, yes. But before that, it was other things.
Right then. Well, I mean, you get the energy from Jeremy. Do I know anything about?
At least
Ah.
the scholarship in common language history still works.
You'll have to ask Miss. You'll have to ask Sarah about the exact specifics of how it all works out. But
As long as she feeds me books, it works out.
right.
Why? What?
She feeds the centipede. She feeds her familiar books.
Why?
The arcane knowledge is stored within him, or something. I don't know. I'm not a sage. I don't study magic. I just do it. I'm a
It
or
just works.
Now, while you are on that topic, what about the spoon thing that was going on for a while?
that is a
What do you mean a while? It's one of my favorite things to consume. The metal, the alloy of silver itself.
you
You know, I
really
can
like to
think
eat
about-
silver.
I could just get some silver and feed it, but I guess it doesn't want that. I mean,
You're motherfucking on.
Just convert some coins into silver coins.
Right.
Those
Been
things are
looking
not pure silver. I should let you know. They're maybe 5% at best.
Okay.
Right.
Fine enough.
Silver
Give me that
coins.
transmutation spell, and I might be able to talk with the nameless one to get in you to become the chosen one.
I'm already got enough celestial and extraplanar forces working around me. I don't
Not
think
you.
Oh,
Him. The Ifrit.
I.
no. What? Why are you saying my name? Why are you looking at me like?
Jeremy seems to think you would be a decent candidate for the chosen one of the nameless one.
He has made
I'm
a
not
far...
chaotic enough.
I smell the
You are pretty
bullshit coming off of
chaotic.
that thing.
Smell the bullshit.
See, and his skin practically smolders from the fact that he's of Ifritkin.
Right.
Okay, what is the bug saying now? Why do I feel
no.
like the bug's saying something?
He can smell your Ifrit blood on you. Your fire genie bloodline or whatever.
Tell
I
him
mean,
to go suck a dick. There we go. I'm done.
I don't. He can hear you. He can understand you. He just
I know,
can't
but you
talk
see,
to you.
I'm just placing it out that I'm not talking to a bug, so I'm asking you to tell it. I'm not actually physically going to talk to a bug.
Does he have
You
a fear of the insects? Of pestilence?
Are you entomophobe?
Did you just try to figure out a word that you didn't 100% know and was hoping that it was the right one?
Yes. I don't
Just
use
say
that
what
word
you
in
mean,
everyday
damn it.
language.
What
Are
did you?
afraid of bugs?
Were you trying to say entomophobia there, Leona?
Yes, that's the one.
It's like he's just looking at you like, the fuck you say?
Do you have a
That is-
phobia of insects?
No, I just like killing them. Like, obsessively like killing them. Like, the thought of killing a bug right now, feels good.
Ah, right. Never mind then. He will not be servable enough, unfortunately.
Like I would
Right.
love to watch and see them all
That's-
squirm in chaos and death.
That's the opposite of what the nameless one wants. Or needs.
The opposite of what's happening.
He does kind of come across as the kill it with fire kind of
That's unfortunate too.
individual. Anyway, I guess you're stuck with Fibbin for now.
I mean, there's always Hinako.
Ah, and I have to deal with this Lambert-Eaton messianic syndrome individual.
Hey, are you
Again?
saying I'm chaotic?
Yes.
Just
Yes, I am.
volunteer someone else.
Well, I'm not gonna deny it, but I don't feel like following a nameless god, let alone a bug.
I mean, technically, it's not a bug, is it? Is it a bug?
technicalities, I'm of the vermin individuals.
Well, I'm okay with rats.
I'm
Those
okay with
tests are
rats
bits.
as well.
Thank you. I do not
Aside
know if
from
that's
this rat, this one is getting on my nerves.
Damn.
You're the one that
Maybe
chosen
my-
to sleep in my room.
I'm not speaking about that kind of rating on my nerves.
Well, while you guys have your conversations and your lovely topics, I will be. What are we doing? Are we still having this? Are we going to go
We're
now?
having
or
a
just,
same
Back-
conversation.
Back to the main topic at hand. We need to find the ISC. Jeremy
we're
has
going
a
in the
lead
sewer.
on them potentially being in the sewers.
Yeah, we're going in the sewer.
What do we
We're
do
going
with
in the
that?
fucking
What do you all think we should do with that information?
I say that you should investigate by yourself in the sewer.
I am of the impression that having someone with explosives inside of the underground area is not a smart thing to have. Unfortunately, I also consider firearms an explosive area. I am sorry, Norvin, but your clean armor must stay clean.
I don't know whether to be offended.
I can't decide whether to be offended.
He's like, it feels like an offense, but is it?
Tell me to stay behind.
I mean, you do have guns, so you do what you please with gun.
Before we go trekking through the sewers, I could try and gather some information. Apparently the ISC is the talk of the whole town. I'm sure I can find something. While I'm doing that, though, anyone have any ideas?
I've been in this room since yesterday, so I think we do not know.
Ideas
Alright.
on what exactly? I'm kind of busy.
What to do?
Was
What
kinda
to
busy.
do? I'm going to be busy for a few hours, disguising myself and heading out to investigate. Try and just dig up some rumors and general talk about the ISC. See if I can find
Sure
anything
I had
more.
a spell for this.
Well, I'll be keeping my hands busy here and keeping an eye on the rats.
Alright then.
Uh, is there a
Aha.
library in this hotel?
Is there a what now? A library?
Or an area of reading?
I'll try and grab you some books or something while I'm out.
Okay, good, because
be-
playing
don't be
charades
those
with the
books
wall
too big.
is kind of boring.
Gold DMs.
I
Don't feed those
don't
books
have
to
the
your
spell. I can't use it.
What are you? Oh, right.
I
Not
mean I can.
prepared.
I'm a spontaneous caster.
Duh. I'm just
Wow.
an idiot.
I can only swap out a few of my spells. It's not like I'm a full-on cleric.
I'm just an idiot. Right.
You're the only one who can cast that. You're the prepared caster.
Is
In
it a-
fact, it's not a paladin spell, actually,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
It's not even on my list. Like, you can
Leona,
go buy a scroll at least.
I shall travel with you for the time being, seeing as we have the ability to communicate.
Alright,
Okay.
that sounds like...
Also,
Alright, that sounds like a
Thibin,
plan.
I need you to upscaling yourself of using some of your spells, seeing that none of the individuals, as far as I'm aware, are of undead origin. You do not need to have their Karen compass.
What do you mean? It would be good.
Get it off.
Okay, fine. Hey, fuck.
Alright, All right. So Leona is going to set about disguising herself so she doesn't get mobbed by the paparazzi.
Show me what your role is.
+5 because I'm not trying to change anything like anything too crazy. Blood 2. 23.
I will keep that in mind.
And it takes half an hour to get it. Damn, why does Leona take so long to do her makeup?
Leona's been in the bathroom for a while.
Why is she in the bathroom?
Doing her disguise.
Okay. What are you doing in there?
I'm disguising myself. Give me a
As?
minute.
As?
A bucket of water.
I'm going for like a common, like just a. I want to say like a sort of.
Are you trying to figure?
Homeless.
Is this why it takes you so long?
Yes. No. Shut up. I'm working.
You do realize, Leona, had you chosen the regular peasantry group, it would have been much more easier and quicker for you instead of trying to add on the farmer.
Right. Why am I? There's no farms in this idiot. All right.
We're all just.
There's no farms in the city. Is that what you said?
Yeah, there's
Hey,
no farms in the city.
yeah,
I'm an idiot.
And just in case you didn't know, Marinhalf is about to be investigated hard for rival intimidation. Oh, just felt like you should know that.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
No, not important right now. You're
I'm
you're
sorry,
putting on a
what did
disguise.
he just say?
Something about Marinhalf being investigated?
Yeah, for rival intimidation.
Rival intimidation.
Yep.
Did he just threaten?
No, he's not threatening my country. He's telling me there is a problem. Oh God, this is. Oh, I
just felt like while
get
you
it
were
now. No, I see because
Leona's
I fucked up with the gala. They think, oh, we're taking Skador out of the race. Ah, that's wonderful. We get booted from the showcase. Ivor Ward can just march on in. Fantastic.
Oh yeah, now I have to help with this whole thing. Yeah. So how do we get this dang country into an upstanding shape to go and do this ding dang? Yeah, let's do it. Let's work on that.
First, we get rid of the ISC. Second, we worry about the money problem.
Okay, so if your bug has said that they're most likely in the sewers, correct?
Yes.
If I light something in the sewer, will it kill everything inside the sewer?
No.
Don't set the sewers on fire,
He does realize that the sewers are part of the underground structure of this place. If he were to do that, he would collapse the damn city.
Yeah, but if the city's destroyed, they can't say that we stopped anything.
Please do
If
not
the
make me alignment
city
check
is
you.
destroyed,
They'll
say that we destroyed the city.
the city.
I can see Thibin doing this by accident, but not by intentional purposes of the Ifrit.
Okay, you see, I am only saying these things because I'm curious if anyone's listening in our conversation. Anyone else? No
The
one?
only
Okay.
person, the only person listening in on this conversation is the invisible God in charge of the world.
No.
Hi. Knock it off.
I called the attention of the invisible God. Oh man, you see, this is what I'm built for. See, alchemists summon gods. This is the best. I'm the best. All right.
That's a bad thing.
All right.
I caught your attention, didn't I? You literally put us in a place where I can't cause fire, and I am literally made. My internal organs probably are fire.
I have plenty of environments in which you, sir, can create as much fire as you dang well please. My umbrage with you comes from the fact that you want to burn down the capital of a major city in my world.
Oh, you see, that's the thing. Did it catch your attention? Are you here now? Are you having a conversation? You know what? I feel like I'm talking to you, but they're not hearing.
Proceed.
What?
Moving
Right. Anyway, Leona emerges from the washroom suitably disguised as like a grungy city girl, probably poor, lives in like a low class part of the town.
All right, sorry about that outburst. I was having slight hallucinations since I didn't really sleep last night. There was apparently a
Ah.
god talking to me. I don't know. I really need to fix this.
Leona will don't make anything. Don't take anything from this. Just part of my ASMR ability. And Leona will give him a quick kiss on the cheek. He is cured of any fatigue he is suffering.
Seriously, you can do that, of all things.
Yes. It's a thing I can do.
Well,
If I kiss someone, they're cured of fatigue. I can't do it like all the time, but it's a thing I can do.
okay, just want to say that's amazing. Anyway,
Do you really have to kiss for it, though?
That's the way it works. It's got to be a kiss.
Well, I'm gonna make kiss lips on this model.
anyways, I guess we gotta save a race and help people. No.
Yep.
Damn it.
Otherwise,
Goddamn piece of shit got him off.
What the hell is going on here?
I is not
Rage.
happy.
Can we just go now? Are we going down in the sewer? Because I'm not going
Yes,
to cause
no.
any explosives or anything in the sewer. I'm just
You
joking.
can feel free to investigate the sewers. I am going to be trying to gather some information on the streets about the
Okay.
ISC. We'll meet back up here in a few hours.
Okay, so are we splitting up and searching for clues?
Pretty much.
Okay, so who's
If you see
going
anything in the sewers, if you see anything like the ISC down there, don't try to take them on or anything.
Okay, I just
Come
want to
back.
point out one thing. I am not going in the sewers alone because one, I don't think people would trust the flaming guy going into the sewers alone.
The flaming guy.
Yeah, flaming guy. I'm going to say it. I don't give a fuck. I can call myself whatever I want.
I could go with you, including Hinako, and Norvin could go with Leona, and Jeremy.
A bodyguard would be against what Leona's trying to do.
And Norvin has been seen with Leona on multiple occasions.
Well, you see,
that would be a bad
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm just gonna ask, Thibin, are you even safe to go into the sewers? What if you somehow accidentally go out of the boundaries of this town? Even if it's accidental, wouldn't it cause problems?
Yes, it would. Perhaps I'd be
Norvin,
on
can you
surface.
stay here? Norvin, you can stay here and keep an eye on Thib. Hinako, would you go with Hyde?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Norvin, will you stay here and watch, keep an eye on Thibin while I and Hinako investigate the sewers?
Fine.
Thank you.
I like how
That's
no one
also
wants to
an
call me by
option.
my actual name anymore.
And I, Jeremy, shall be with Leona.
Right then.
What? Why are you going to?
Because you can't go anywhere, but I can.
Question though, that thing, you and Thibin do, where she gives you a spell to touch someone with. How long can you hold that for?
As many hands as I have.
I see why you went with the centipede now. You can just hold hold the spell indefinitely. Then.
Though, of course, it depends on what is even applicable. Thibin.
Yes.
Get some of those bestow curses applied.
Okay, but I can only do it so many times.
Just do it. I'll hold on to them.
Okay.
Just
Wait.
be careful with
Hang
those
on. Can I
things.
just
That's
can I just prepare it and you just have it with you?
Yes, that's what I was talking about.
I think you can
Ah.
only hold one. Wait, how does the holding spells thing actually? How does the holding spells thing actually?
Actually work.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna look this up.
It's like I'm gonna go with this. This sounds right.
Let's see. Da, 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 da.
Ta-da.
Da, 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 da,
I technically, if I'm reading the end of this correctly, I don't even need to be next to Remy to even have him have a touch spell.
Wait, really? Oh, what's the range?
Deliver touch spells. If the witch is 3rd level or higher, her familiar can touch spells or hexes for her. If the witch and the familiar are in contact at the time the witch casts a touch spell, she can designate her familiar as the toucher. The familiar can then deliver the touch spell just as the witch would. As usual, the witch casts another spell before the touch is delivered. The touch spell dissipates. If the witch activates a hex, her familiar can be used to make the touch. She does not have to be in contact with the familiar to use this ability.
Alright.
So I
To
think I
use
can
the
use
hex.
hexes. Yeah, I
You can use hexes without being in contact.
Okay. Do the hexes have to be touch as well, or
Oh no,
I have
it's
no
getting
idea.
worse. Okay,
Ah.
so while you guys discover semantics, let's go.
Alright.
Why are
Anyway.
you
So
doing to yourself?
I'm going with the hothead then, and Norvin is
Yes.
keeping an eye on the rat.
Yep, Norvin will keep an eye on Fibbin.
An eye on that.
Well, Norvin, if you ever feel
That's a
like kissing
good
a
name.
princess, here's a
A cat.
bust. It's a bit
A-
buddy though.
A cackling centipede. Considering the cackling is the one I like to put my points into.
Crackling.
Yeah, and they're
Cackling.
at 5th level, so
No,
that
no, no, crackling.
crackling. And because cackling is the thing I like to put my extra points into for the rat folk thingy, they can move at 55 feet. Holy shit, is that accurate?
That's impressive.
Norvin not gonna
And that's not
react to
even a
me
moving
fainting.
yet either. That's just using cackle.
You
Sorry, I
see,
heard Norman.
I going to a nearby sewer pothole and just he's going down.
You can postpone the you can okay, so you can have one spell that you're charged with, I believe. But you can hold that indefinitely.
Okay.
But if you but I do believe if you let me see.
Are you telling me that a lich can hold a fireball in his hand for the entirety of his unlife as long as he
Not
doesn't
a
actually
fireball, it has to be a touch spell, and I think there is like a chance
I'm going to use a real fast.
touch spells and holding a charge. Uh, d- d- Holding a charge. Alright, this is in the combat section. Ready. Cast a spell. Spell. Section. If you touch anything or anyone while holding a charge, even unintentionally, the spell discharges. So Jeremy would have to designate one of his little legs as the touching leg, and then if that touches anything, the spell affects them.
Okay.
So if you never touch anyone, that spell stays forever. That's
Yeah.
sad.
I'm trying to think what exactly he would even use to designate to not touch people. Would that just be using his straight up climb? Or
Well, he's a centipede. He's got 100 little legs.
yeah.
He's
Now the question-
the cynical fox.
Or an attack with a natural weapon while holding a charge. Okay, so it would be his bite. I think would be the touching part.
Okay, that makes sense. Is that a chicken?
Yes, it is. No, it's a goose.
Oh, chicken.
At least
No,
it's not the turkey.
At least it's not the turkey. The turkey is the thing that decides whether or not Gold has Wi-Fi.
Wait, why?
It's a joke. It doesn't actually decide that, but it does seem like it sometimes.
The router is bolted to the turkey, and nobody and the turkey goes for random walks. And also, the turkey hates everybody.
This is all true. Maybe.
That's
At least
funny.
some of it's true.
Right. So as long as Jeremy does not bite someone until he needs to, that bestow curse will not activate. Good.
I just read Wisp's post in the chat.
Oh, that's what Hinako's dream job is.
Ah, yes, figurines.
All right.
Figurines.
Figurines. Anyway.
Well, hey, maybe she can get a lot of money out of it.
You figure out whatever spell Sibin will give Jeremy to hold on to. I'm going to roll diplomacy to gather information.
There is so many spells that I can give to him. Only so many. Now I have to do this silly question. Do you want Touch of Idiocy or Bestow Curse?
Bestow Curse.
Okay.
That's one of the most potent debuffs in the game.
And Leona, what specifically are you asking after? Just so I can give you a precise answer.
She's asking after the ISC in general, but if anyone's seen any of their members. specifically seen any of them. She's trying to locate them.
Jeremy would also like to remind you that you have to ask it in such a way of, I've been in this town for a long time, but I still do not know the full details of this
It's
group.
like, oh, you heard, hear about the ISC and all that, and wonder anyone's seen them around. Wonder what they're up to.
Also, don't just ask just
Yeah,
the
I mean,
public.
not that, not
No,
in
no,
public, not. She's not that obvious.
Now,
Yeah,
are now are you just trying to listen in on what the town has to say, or are you approaching this in a Dumbledore-esque calmly manner?
As much as Leona would like to go, Dumbledore asks calmly on the situation. She realizes that might not be the optimal approach to gathering information on this. Jeremy's hiding somewhere.
on Leona.
Yeah. All right. She is trying not to pay too much attention to the centipede crawling around somewhere.
Don't worry about the centipede crawling around somewhere. It's safety.
All right.
Will be quietly attached to the elf?
I'm not an elf. I'm an Asimar. Although pointy ears, I can understand the confusion.
Yeah, that actually was the reason why.
Jeremy imagines that Leona is an elf, but I guess the closer she gets to her head, the more he starts hearing the Meow Mix theme, and
I was going to say the Evangelion intro.
Curly he's just nice. Anyway,
Da, 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 da.
anyway, does a 29 get Leona anything?
it gets Leona a lot of stuff. Let me have a think.
Let me see how long this takes.
So Leona finds out that the ISC tend to be very popular with the lower to middle class parts of Silverton. And she finds that you'll find a lot of very prominent ISC members frequenting the bars and other public areas of the world. However, one of the more juicy tidbits of information she acquires is that. Sorry, I couldn't decide if I was going to sneeze there or not. One of the more juicier tidbits is that she hears that one of the division leaders is actually going to have a meeting with somebody from from outside of Silverton. They're a little hazy on the details because they are hearing this third or fourth hand, but they do know that they are making a move. But they don't quite know where the meeting spot is.
Interesting. Meeting with someone from outside of Silverton. We think they're in the sewers somewhere, and they frequent pubs. Leona will probably head to some of the pubs she's heard about them frequenting, see if she can spot any familiar faces or anyone she might think to be an ISC. While she's doing that, would it be appropriate to check on what Ide and Hinoko are up to?
You'll have to remind me what they were up to. I may have been in the loo.
They were going to the sewers to follow up on what Jeremy had uncovered.
Yeah, we never actually went into the sewers yet, because
Yeah.
Heidi's going in the sewer now, because that's what he was gonna do while you guys were having a conversation anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because allegedly, pause after Stephanie knows what some stuff was in.
It's like puts a clothespin on her nose.
Hmm.
Put
So
on
who's
a
down?
mask.
So who's down? So who's down there? Just I and Hinako.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Then on that note, just I and Hinako. Okay. I would like everybody who is not Skull and not Besk to deafen themselves. I have public information. I have private information for them.
Deafening.
Cool.
Let's go.
You too, Skull. Deafen yourself, please.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
Thank
You
you.
said not skull, not Besk.
Oh, I said I misspoke. I apologize. You two are exploring the sewers, and after a few minutes of searching, you hear a couple of voices from down the corridor that sound suspiciously like Thibbins, only a bit more deeper pitched.
Alrighty. Devon's pretty deep.
Hmm.
There's
Hey.
some there's some clicking of claws and some mutterings and some mutterings to each other. If you guys want to listen in, I will permit you, but you might need to give me a stealth.
Hey, Hawkhead, how good are you at stealth?
He blinks. I am loud and obnoxious. I am not good at stealth.
Biggest question is, does your body shed light?
You know what? I know what I should do. Hey, Tumor, check. Tumor listens in. Tumor has what? Where's Tumor stealth? That's right. Where my Tumor familiar?
Okay, so you're staying back and Tumor and I are going ahead?
For the stealth to listen in, yes, that stealth, yes. Stealth plus 11. Gonna take that.
Okay.
Well, you guys go that way, checking on where that sound is coming from. I'm gonna go check another direction, see if I can find something.
Don't stray too far. Or at least make sure
Enough
your
clue.
Tumor knows where you're going.
Hey, Tumor, be a badass.
No, be stealthy.
Be a badass, stealth ninja. Are we
I
yelling
like it.
while we're trying to be stealthy?
Did you hear something? Nah, probably just the wind.
So,
I'd you gonna roll me anything for that familiar of yours, or
I have to adjust my screen because I am not using a laptop. And it's a plus 11, not the -1 that I have. That's
I'll take that into account. So just roll your stealth and add 12 to it.
All right. Well, here we go.
that's
Submit.
better.
Okay, if I'm adding 12, that's 30.
Hinako, you and whatever that pink thing is next to you that you don't want to think about too much. Find a decent hiding spot and begin to have a listen in on what these two folks are discussing. And the conversation goes a little something like this. Yes, so everything is in place. Yes. This mean, and who is big? And who is Big Gumi here? BK. That's his name. Yes. We think that if he helps us with Big Squeak issue, then maybe that will help. Then he gets what he wants, and Zador does the big boom, and we get what we want. Oh, no, we do like DLCs. Any chance of betrayal? Any chance of betrayal stab? And not that we could not that we could think of. This seems to be beneficial for the both of us. Yes, 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 yes. Indubitably. And what if things go down splashwater? Oh, we are good. We are very good. We have the big booms and the stabby sticks. Oh, I do like my booms and stabby sticks. Ah, and the two and at that the two ratties voices echo off further down the hallway, and it becomes much harder to pick up what they're saying.
I summons his tumor back to his neck and immediately blinks with disappointment. We done? Are we going further in the sewer?
I guess so. Or should we take out those rats? Not sure. Seemed they had some nefarious response, or I just made sure it's out a bit, but sorry about them.
Out of character, you guys saw two rats, but you don't know how many there are, or if they're just conversing and they had a smoke break, or if there's a ton of them.
Hey, Hinako,
Well,
you're much more stealthy than I am, so you go and find the thing. Yeah, the people I will be taking back. I will be behind you, but far enough behind you that you could still be sneaky.
so we want to know the amount of targets that we have, right? The approximate location. Starts noting down map of the sewers.
I mean, I could get my tumor familiar to scope it out, but our communication skills are a little bit different than yours. I had to be attached to my tumor in order for me to get any of the information that it gathers. So the risk of it being caught is highly more significant.
May I also recommend possibly getting a hold of your comrades as well.
Hey, just scoping it out. Scoping it out. We're not going to. Who the fuck was that talking?
That was the God voice in my brain that apparently is affecting your brain. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
It goes
God,
away.
I'm getting affected by your stuff?
Yeah. I think it's the drugs. I've been doing a lot of drugs lately.
I haven't been doing any drugs.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
not,
bloody hell.
not to your knowledge. Not to your knowledge.
Twitch. I'm gonna take my distance from you, and I'm gonna look how many there are, or at least how many I can see, and then make my quick retreat. Silent quick retreat.
So if you're gonna make a quick retreat,
information.
I'm gonna just leave you in the sewer. Does that seem safe to you? No?
How'd you get to do it?
I mean, I figured we should probably just leave, and since we have this information, they're working with those people. So it seems the Sertikian Empire is working with those people. But even if they do F up, they have bombs and stabs. And I'm assuming those are daggers or swords. I don't know. But I know they have bombs. I think this information is more important because even if we know how many of them are actually working with them, knowing that they're with them in the first place is enough.
How about you go now to find the others and tell them? I will go ahead and try to stay as stealthy as possible while finding out as much as possible.
Hinako, do you have a death wish?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll leave you. Goodbye. You have a death wish?
Hinako doesn't have a death wish, but she does have a +8 in stealth.
Yeah, but a +8 in stealth doesn't mean very much if you accidentally trip over something, or someone sees you anyway. Because I mean, even if you're in plain sight, you really can't be stealthy.
Also, I have a military profession of a pretty much a stealth unit.
So this is your normal thing, huh? Huh,
yeah,
Wisp?
pretty much.
All
She
right.
is you uh
He makes 30 stealth rolls in D&D, so yeah, I'm used to the stealth thing he does.
you feel relatively confident she is not going to make any rookie mistakes, at least not knowingly.
Okay. Well, Hinako, good luck. I have no stealth. I will get fucked. So,
Yes.
do
So
do 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 do.
you go ahead and notify them that we have found at least what we have
No,
found.
that means at least they can come down and help in case something big is there.
Yes.
All right. Okay,
Uh,
okay, beautiful. So if this is the plan, what I'll do is I'll tell everybody to unmute now. You two can listen in, but I would appreciate it if you kept everything that you just witnessed here contained until you encounter the rest of the party. Is that reasonable? If you have to mute yourself in order to make that happen, beautiful. But other than that, I'd like to keep the immersion. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very kindly. I'll ping them.
The other two are still deaf.
Once more I return.
I'm back.
Your patience is appreciated.
Wild is still
Y'all
deaf.
without us, did you?
Someone might want to poke Wild. Wild is still deaf.
I'll get him.
The wild has been unwild.
Wild has forgotten who he was. Where he's been.
There he is. Wild, are you alive?
No.
Wild, are you alive? Hell.
I did say no. That was supposed to be an actual answer. Although I am
Alright.
fibbing, so.
Mr. Wizard, please tell me where Leona is at the moment.
She is at whichever bar she has heard the most as being a ISC hangout. Like wherever's popular at the ISC, she is presently at the moment.
1 minute. I made a small boo boo with a map. Here we are. Okay. Much better. You are in the primary drinking area of the Flying Dutchman.
Yay! The Flying Dutchman.
The man Dutch.
They're at the Flying Dutchman.
Hey, I don't fly.
A very downtrodden and a little out of your luck, but still persevering woman just trying to make a living in Silverton. No, really, believe me. Have done your research and noticed that this entire place is a buzz about well the ISC may have some very questionable methods, but following what happened at that incident at Quattraro Hall, you know what? Maybe they're not the worst people. Maybe there's just maybe there's some real bad eggs, and they're in the middle of weeding them out. That and a few people are nodding along and saying, "Yeah, I can appreciate what they're trying to do philosophically. Uh, their methods might need a little bit more warming up to, but maybe they're turning over a new leaf. Maybe they actually do have a few valid points, and maybe they're not too bad after all."
Leona's just nodding along, like trying to sound like she agrees. And I'm like, yeah, no. Oh, I had a friend who was working at the. I know someone who apparently they were working there. I was chatting with them, and they told how they got everyone out. And they're like, yeah, no,
Dude,
just
really, who's the guy?
I was one of the cooks. I don't know him really well. I've just had a glass with him once. A little halfling fella.
I heard that guy. I heard that. I heard that guy PK was involved in all of it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Oh yeah. Absolutely. And that's absolutely nuts for him. Like I wouldn't be I wouldn't be surprised if if that guy wants to run for council in a couple of months, because that's just amazing for him, right? Yeah, I think so.
Really now, PK. Yeah, I think what he was like their ringleader, right?
Uh, maybe not maybe not the ringleader. That's more that's more that's more like Drugovich, right? Yeah, Drugovich. But PK's pretty important. But PK's pretty important too. I heard he actually has a pretty big meeting going on with a few international guys.
Isn't international guys? Isn't the whole point of the ISC they don't want none to do with international guys?
Me too. But apparently something wild's happening.
Huh? That is odd. That is wild. I wonder what would make them change their mind about dealing with international folks.
And they probably got some they probably got something up their sleeves. You got to remember, ISC is grassroots stuff, populace, that sort of thing, right? So clearly they have something to gain from that.
Right? Yeah. I follow ya.
Why are you so interested in them anyways? Plan on joining or what?
Maybe. I mean, they seem pretty alright. I wasn't too sure about them before yesterday, but I mean, like I said, I knew a guy who was there, and like it might have saved his life.
One moment. Hmm. Well, yeah. We'll keep. Yeah, we'll stick around for that, because following the meeting, I'll bet you there's a because following that meeting, I'll bet you there's going to be some pretty big movements on our end. Yeah,
Really now.
I think so. Like I said, there is like I said, pretty big stuff is involved. If the ISC is getting involved with other people, then that means something huge is on the way.
Yeah, that makes sense. I wonder what they're gonna talk about at that meeting, and who are these buddies of theirs? Like, I mean, who would the ISC want to chat with? Who's that? Not from Skador, I mean.
It beats the hell out of us.
Mm, right. Leona will spend a little longer there just chatting and keeping her ears open. But, and yeah, see if she can hear anything else like that, or if any ISD people come in. But otherwise, she'll just kind of sit there and nurse a drink too, and keep
Uh, a
the
few
ears.
a few a few minutes go by, and out of your peripheral vision, you see a very familiar red-skinned, black-haired person with goggles, marching past the door.
Leona will blink a little bit and whisper to Jeremy, "Wait, is that I?
Hmm?
I over there."
He's gonna do a perception check to see if he actually even sees.
Your compound eyes, I guess, aren't good for long distance vision.
Too many people too. I can't see past all these heads.
Fair enough.
Also, I'm trying to remain quiet too and stealthy, so I can't see through some of your clothing.
All right.
Amputated from close.
Also, why do you use it in perfume? Some people have allergies to that.
Leona does not have any way of magically communicating to him that she is here. Just gonna kind of nod politely at him as he comes in.
He nods aggressively at her in response.
Leona will like pretend like she doesn't know him and just like shrug and give a look on her face like, "Well, what's his problem?" and go back to her drink.
I do think it's very rude how your employer is ignoring you.
He just gets his tumor to do what the tumor do.
Leona, out of the corner of your eye again, you see something that can only be described as a Mentos on stilts walking towards your hand.
I see that now. Ugh, I don't like that thing.
As I recall, I thought it looked like a little dino bird made of flesh.
Yeah, but
Never-
it's still gonna squawk.
Never mind. That's how it looks.
Walk.
You know, like just sigh and like, all right, I think I've had enough for tonight. I'll come back tomorrow. Maybe come back a little later. Maybe.
It's good.
She'll say goodbye to anyone she was having a conversation with.
Pleasure,
Stretch.
pleasure talking to you, ma'am.
The longer they have the conversation, the more you see the beak getting very close to biting.
Yeah. Anyway, Leona will head out.
Pay a gold piece to cover your tab, and you may exit.
Okay, 1 gold down.
Outside the bar.
Outside of the bar.
Hey, random stranger, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, random stranger. How are you doing?
Oh,
I'm going to
Christ.
head into this random direction, random stranger.
Leona just sighs and be like, "Aye, sure," and follows him.
Back to the main spot where everyone's at.
Yep. She'll she'll split up from and like, all right, I guess I'll see you around.
Uh-huh.
She'll split up and sneakily head back to the hotel.
Hyde is now in the hotel with the people.
Yeah. What did you find?
Let me see if I remember anything correctly.
You do.
Boom Boom and Sticks.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, right. Sorry. Their way of talking was very interesting. It sounded like the way that she speaks. Didn't really see anyone, so I can't really
Wait.
100% say.
Shirtikawan. Here. Under the city. In the sewers.
Pardon. They're already here?
Yeah, there's some They sound like you, but I don't know if they are you. I mean, I can't just judge someone based on their voice. But yeah, I would say Certica one if they sound if all Certica ones sound like you. They sounded deeper though.
Well, I mean, Sibin is a woman.
Yeah, you keep telling me that. Anyway,
You're the one who said you asked if she was a princess.
yeah. But is she a queen or is she a princess? You don't know yet.
Well, I found out that the ISC is meeting with some strangers from outside of Skador.
Well, maybe those are the strangers.
Yeah, it seems quite likely that is the case. And you heard them in the sewers and came back here. Well, came to get me, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
All right.
And I left Hinako to die. I mean, to be stealthy and learn more
How
information.
did they get to the city so quickly? Normally, transportation takes a while, even by their standards.
They could have a powerful. I mean,
No, wait.
Sibin, how powerful was the wizard? Are there wizards?
First and foremost, I thought they're at the bar still, and I don't think that means
No. They're back at the hotel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said they
Ah,
regrouped.
my bad.
No worries.
I even do not really know that answer since. Wait. The subterranean transportation.
Yeah.
Maybe they have a station underneath the city already?
Station underneath Skador.
Shurticuan Empire does not announce when they do this to other nations. This is a action intended to be of quiet presence.
Isn't Skador doesn't have a large dwarf population too?
I mean, they were talking about getting stabbed in the back potentially.
They probably
Let's say,
don't dig under the city.
Yes,
Just
no, but but my point is, Sibin, you're the one who said that the Shurtikawans are at a cold war with some of the dwarven nations.
Yes. Yes. That is indeed correct answer. Yes.
And you said they had boom boom.
They. The technology
right?
that the Empire has is very dangerous. Yes.
Oh, God. Oh. All right, then,
I do not think they will go ahead and do this, but I have no idea.
should we...
Well, from what I'm hearing, they got weapons, they got bombs, they got a lot of things to use, and they're working with someone, but they didn't really say. Obviously, casual conversation, you should know what you're talking about. So,
Presumably, that's the ISC.
I
presumably
have a query question then.
What is it, Stephen?
You came back to find us, yes?
Yeah, something like that.
Where is Hinako?
She is still down there investigating.
By herself?
Yes, because she is better at being sneaky than my loud ass mouth.
With the Shurticuan Empire, known for having advantages underground and can dig underground.
Yeah. I asked and double checked before I left. She was very gung ho about it.
Leona, I'm sorry to say, but we may have lost a guard.
We should go now.
I mean, if we're allowed, we could be compromising her mission and kill her that way.
Ah, shit.
I
Ah,
mean, currently
Jeremy.
we potentially wait and then find her later because she knows how to
Right.
get back. I would assume.
Right.
I mean, it's not like we can know exactly where she is anyway if we go down there in the first place.
Northern, you're known to be my bodyguard. Can you is it even wise to? I was about to ask you if you could inform Mr. Rainey of what we found, but is that the right call?
you are the boss. Leader.
Right.
From personal opinion, I think it could be either very major or very not. It could also be just that they are for me.
Either way, the evidence is circumstantial at the moment, but it's certainly a possibility.
Miss Hinoko could easily be perfectly fine, though, as well.
Should we give it a day then?
We don't have a day.
What do you mean?
We have until tomorrow to
Day after.
day after tomorrow. We haven't till the day after tomorrow till our deadline is resolved thing. I was informed that the ISC would have a meeting with foreign guests, who I believe to be the Shurtikawan. And
Oh no.
what?
Shatekuan unpowered weaponry is extremely dangerous and advanced, but also unstable. If they were to trade with force said weapons, it could be very dangerous for city. Very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Ah. You think the ISC is trading arms with the Shurtikawan? Oh.
I even say this quite clearly in full passion. Honestly, fuck the locator. If we go down there and stop that meeting from happening, probably best chance to stop from thing happening.
Right then, let's go.
Do we have to?
Go
It smells.
Do you want to fall
Hinoko
inside of
is-
city in giant hole in ground?
I mean, I did mention it before, so. Anyway, let's go.
Right. Leona will grab her sword and
As
Run
you
into me.
Make sure not get diseased.
Yep, right as you open the door, Leona.
A stinking fox walks into you.
Hinako, what happened? What's going on? Are you alright?
Well, that didn't go as I had hoped, at least. But I did get a little bit of information.
What did you find out?
First off, what did he tell you?
He told me that there were Shurtikawans in the sewers.
Correct. From what I could understand, they have the place bombed.
They have the sewers rigged to blow.
Yeah. Before I messed up, though, I did hear some non-ratty voices mention they
The
have
ISC.
Yeah, most likely. They mentioned they had a political prisoner. that I guess from the rats part of the world that I'd be
Wait,
happy to
what?
hand over.
Was anyone missing?
I think they're talking about you, Sinan. Or they want to have. Did they specify they had the prisoner, or did they specify they were going to get the prisoner?
Half, as far as as far as I could hear. There was also an idea about using points at Thibin, her as a scapegoat for the bombing.
Probably work.
It certainly.
Scapegoat would suggest that Thibin is innocent.
Well, she would be innocent of blowing up the city.
Someone really doesn't like the rat.
Right. Well, what happened then, Hinoko?
Well, I kinda, I don't know, kicked something that made a lot of noise as I was approaching, and well, at least I could hear that. But then they started shooting at me. I believe they were darts.
She
Might have
she
been
nat
tranquilizers.
she nat wonder stealth.
So they'll know we are coming.
Wait,
Hey,
They
then,
know
no,
why
what-
we're there.
did you hide when you were exiting sewers?
What?
Did you exit sewers quietly, at least, and not get chased?
I don't think I was chased.
Cue building exploding.
I didn't particularly have the time to think about a second exit, or let alone. I don't think they were following me out of the sewers, though.
Thibin's gonna peek through the windows real quickly and try to make sure there's no strange or unusual things happening outside.
Across
Sure.
across the street, you could see a human with his nose in a newspaper next to a lamppost.
Sus.
Suspicious.
Oh, wait. Etiquette. Must be a citizen.
just
I think
It
we are
doesn't
safe
mean-
out here right now.
it doesn't mean he must be a citizen. It just means you shouldn't explode him until you're sure he's working for the Empire.
I think we do not have any explosives.
Hey, Thibin, want an explosive?
Don't.
Thibin
Please
squints
don't.
at Thibin squints at
Re-
you when you say that.
I remember that happened last time. We knew.
Yeah, and
We're still cleaning up
time,
that
hopefully-
mess.
hopefully this time she remembers that it doesn't work.
No, I'm not.
I-
No, I'm not saying I encourage PvP from amongst my players, but please let me know if I need to get a beer.
I do not want any more bombs from you.
Oh, good.
Alright, Leona,
Did you
Leona
learn your
will-
lesson, Thibin? Did you? Don't take bombs from an alchemist.
Especially from you.
Guys, we don't
No,
have
he
time
ain't
for
alchemist.
this.
All of us work the same way.
We don't hide. Ibn, focus.
Right. Sewers.
I don't
Explosives.
focus, I just do.
She
Alright,
took
the
on
first thing
Empire ISC.
Right.
Ah,
We should probably inform Mr. Rainey about what's going on.
Do we have time for that?
Thibin,
What if he's working
you're,
with...
We should at least send, like, a guard, sure, but we also need to get the fuck down there and take care of at least the bombs.
Right.
Yeah.
And considering the guys probably won't let the bombs just be without guards or anything, we're gonna need to deal with them.
Alright.
Also, I don't know how long it would be until bombs do the thing. To be honest.
I also do not have any quote on time.
Right.
There's supposed to be a meeting. They're unlikely to blow the place up before
Sure.
then.
Alright. Let's go to
After
Rainey's
having taken the trouble to set everything up.
let's go to Rainey's office as quickly as we can.
Yes, yes. Also, another question as we're doing this. Is there anything major happening in town at some point?
Why do you ask?
Uh, explosives, sewers. Obviously, gonna blow up something, right?
Well,
Well,
there is 2
You may as
days
well
from
blow
now.
up the big thing.
The Grand Prix track?
But the race
Yeah.
is not gonna happen without defiances, so why would they blow that up?
Because it's a symbol of what they don't like.
True,
Oh
but
God,
also
the team.
I
Stop
believe they said they
puzzling
just
out
want to
their
blow up the entire
motivations.
city.
Go fix it.
Right. Let's hurry. Quick, so we'll hurry down to Rain.
So we'll hurry down to the city hall.
Like bosses, yeah.
Is Thibin with you?
Yes.
Just, I just thought I'd ask. Carry on. And what are
Right.
we doing?
We need to speak with Mr. Rainey.
I wonder if I should roll a history check to see if it remembers that she has a hat to allow her to disguise herself.
That wouldn't be a history check.
What would that be?
To do that.
Just that you know have
You
it.
don't. You
That would be
probably don't
just
need to.
using the item.
The police did not confiscate it from you.
Right. She's going to put that disguise hat on so that way she is not obviously discovered immediately.
Yeah, and that's why I asked.
Yeah.
Right.
So she looks like a
I got, Mr. Rainey, hurry! There's going to be another bomb threat. She's right there.
No, not from this one. There's more.
I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew what the optics were.
Yeah. Right. Thibin looks like a halfling right now with
Yeah,
a
he's
wizard
Yeah.
hat.
So, how do I look?
You
Also,
look
the
like a
fox
halfling, but
probably
you don't
stinks.
sound like one.
I do not interact with halflings very often, no.
Just try to talk like the rest of us.
That does not sound possible.
Try.
I imagine the fox stinks.
Just breathe. Don't talk. Breathe.
I am going to roll something privately. One moment.
Cast create water, just like bathe the fox quickly.
Breathe like other person. Breathe.
So Leona, you march through City Hall, and you go and you go to the landing, and you immediately see Wayne, Jesus,
Mr. Waney.
Mr. Rainey's secretary. Lady Miranda, I believe your meeting was over.
I have discovered urgent information that Mr. Rainey needs to hear.
You need then I suggest you schedule an appointment with him. He is a very busy man.
It's about the ISC.
There's a lot of things about the ISC at the moment. What is it?
They appear to be in the middle of doing a weapons deal with the Shirtukuan Empire in the sewers. And there may be bombs. For real this time. I believe their intention is to
Why are you telling this to the secretary?
She's Rainey's secretary. Well,
Still.
Sounds like you don't care too much for secretaries there.
she Rainey hired her. She's probably trustworthy.
She panicked
Lady-
from
Probably, I
a
like
fucking bug last
and now
time.
all of a sudden it's filled with this confidence.
Lady Miranda, I am a very busy woman. How do you know this?
That's my first, because I have been spending the past few hours looking around the bars most frequented by the ISC for rumors, whilst my comrades have been delving into the sewers in search of answers.
I mean, have you looked at me?
Like, and Leona, she's wiped off a bit of her makeup, but she's still wearing some of her outfit disguise. Well, again, this is crucial that we speak with Mr. Rainey as soon as is possible. You want me to roll diplomacy to convince her?
Sure.
Oh,
God damn.
Leona is made to diplomatize.
Inside Rainey's office, he is currently working on a few files, and the secretary comes in. Mr. Rainey, I know this is unscheduled, and Leona just bowls right in after her.
yeah, Mr. Rainey, we've received information that the
Who the hell are
ISC. Me, Leona.
Are you?
Yes.
I am
She did some
Leona
makeup.
Antoff.
She's
Yeah,
on
Sure don't
she
sound like
was
her.
on a
I
cover
was
a
doing
moment
some.
ago.
Or did
I
you?
was doing some undercover work.
Yeah, it was so damn good your voice changed.
My apologies. We've
does that.
discovered that the ISC seem to be trading with the Shirtikuan Empire for weapons, particularly explosives.
May I suggest a evacuation plan be set in motion ASAP, and or military activity in the sewers?
I will dispatch a patrol. There. I am not issuing a citywide evacuation of the most populous city in the Confederacy, and causing even more panic and more disorder and more chaos in whatever little legitimacy my organization presently has.
Right. We will go. We will go as well if that's acceptable to you.
As I said, and or military activity within the sewers, where the bombs are most likely planted.
I will get Mayor Harvick on the line, and we will make sure you have the appropriate support.
Understood. We'll head out immediately.
And Lady Miranda,
Yes.
please be careful.
I will. But we head to the sewers.
Hinako, lead the way.
I'm guessing we aren't going to do a dungeon crawl in 15 minutes.
Unico is leading the way.
Well,
As
not
much
a
as she can remember.
not a dungeon crawl.
She did try to map out as much as possible, or she found them. So she's following whatever maps part she has. She's not exactly the
You,
best at mapping, but hey, it's part of her profession, I'd say.
Hinako, you approach the rough area of where you heard these two ratties and not ratties discussing things with each other. Ahead of you is a very well worn metal door next to a concrete walkway just above the sluice.
Hmm.
Now, it is likely that they have moved, considering I found them here.
Something else I should also point out: this is not easy material to dig through either. Intentionally designed.
You don't say.
Right.
So, we busting this door down?
Unless any of us can open it more subtly.
I'd break out the thermite.
Out of curiosity, is there any openings in the metal door itself, like a bar window?
No, it is. It reminds you almost sort of like one of those metal doors with the little wheel on it, kind of like you're on a submarine.
Oh, okay.
Well, if nobody's got any ideas of doing this stealthily, Hinako's gonna pull out her sword.
Can you
Yeah.
try and unlock it?
I got nothing for stealth.
I just muted and deafened.
Yeah,
Ah.
that is an issue.
That would be an issue.
I
Where'd he
don't-
go?
I don't know how long he's been.
I do
I'm
remember.
lying, he could.
I do remember him yelling at the secretary. So
Might be his girlfriend or something.
here.
It does have a tendency to happen to him.
What the?
Why am I not hearing that?
For some reason, with soundboard includes a clip of him jiggling the straw up and down inside his takeout cup.
What I'm wondering is why I'm not hearing my own sounds. It's odd. Normally I should be able to hear my own sound, but I'm here not to be able to. What is this? Oh, that worked. Can you guys still hear that though? Looks like it.
I hear something snooting.
Supposedly Minecraft fox noises.
I mean, about to enter the place is a half decent stopping point. Unless we're going for another hour.
But there's stuff in the place.
And door.
Door.
You going? Where did you go? Did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Admittedly, though, my eyes are getting tired. I should get my glasses, actually.
Why didn't you have those to begin with?
Because I don't wear glasses. These glasses are not actually meant for helping sight, but instead to nullify the blue light effect from digital surfaces.
I repeat my question.
Wow, they're the ones with the yellow glass in them.
Yeah.
I just have my computer just has like a nightlight setting, so it lowers the blue light it emits.
Fancy computer.
It is.
Mm.
Rub it in my face, why don't you? Slap me a little.
No. Okay, so tell you what, we are due to end in about 10 minutes anyways. If Ide gets back before then I have one last cutscene I'm interested in playing for you guys. Otherwise, I will bookmark this and we'll call it good.
All right.
There's your slap order.
Slap! Hey, Charlie Murphy. What did the 5 fingers say to the face?
I love that. Also, because I was kind of just curious, I was looking at some of the random
Ooh,
classes,
he's back.
such as ninja. Hey.
Like the ninja?
Yeah, the ninja. I didn't realize there was an archetype that it mentions the rat folk specifically.
Oh yeah, they got a little ratty ninja.
So best.
Except it's not just
Oh
any
god.
kind.
Does that mean the Shirtikuan have gutter runners?
They don't have gutter runners. They have
Back's turn we go.
They have suicide bombers.
God. What the fuck?
I don't know what's worse.
They also have alchemist types, which is our
Globadiers.
globadiers, basically. But do you
Gold,
potions?
I forget. Are there any kamikaze like enemies in Vermintide? I don't think there are.
I don't think there are. No, the Skaven are too cowardly.
I feel like if there were, that would make the game exponentially harder, considering how much emphasis is on the melee combat.
Yeah.
Technically, they would, and they would use an Skaven slave, apply a shit ton of warpstone to it, and make it into explosive type, and then just throw it onto the field.
Well, you literally have no idea what will happen if you just expose massive quantities of warpstone to something.
Well, of course they don't, because they're fucking Skaven, crazy motherfuckers. But if they apply an explosive magnitude to it,
Do not forget the Skaven model. You don't know until you try.
So
Yeah.
best,
This
are
is
you
true.
back?
But Ida's back. So back on top.
Is he back?
I almost said best on topic. I'm trying to say back on topic.
Best on topic. Yeah, that's the right way to say it.
Okay, you are back.
It's strictly
Yeah,
a
there's
way to say
confirmation.
it.
Yes, big door, metal. No way to see through. What do?
Well, if nobody was
Can
going
you
to
pick the
open it
lock?
stealthily. Alright.
Yeah. If we can get in stealthily, great. If not, I got nothing.
Leona doesn't open by herself, but you do know how these sorts of doors work. You turn the crank and you push it in.
I mean, there's nothing. All right, I guess we. Leona will cast silence, letting everyone know. All right.
She will. All right,
Go
I'm
ahead
going to
and
cast silence so we don't get any noise from the door creaking open.
Is this the same? Is this the same volume that that Leona's communicating this in flavor, or is she trying to keep her voice down?
She's whispering.
Then please,
Right.
then please reflect that.
All right, I'm going to use a silence spell to keep the noise from opening the door down, and then I'll drop the spell so you can all cast without worrying. Because Leona has a rod of silence. No one else does.
All us spellcasters.
Good thing I'm
Well-
not a spellcaster.
Yeah.
I think more than half the party is spellcasters.
Yeah.
I even have this stick I can use to hit people really hard.
Right.
Hmm.
Good.
I got several bombs.
Leona casts silence and opens the door.
One moment while I check some. One moment while I check some numbers. Thank you.
Numbers.
And you open the door. Inside the door is a table, a set of chairs, and what seems to be decent accommodations for what seemed to be a very productive and not at all shady meeting. And there's a there's one of those horror movie lamps on top of like the single light bulb in the shade, and on the table is a note, and no living beings seem to be residing in this room.
Leona will end her silence spell and approach the table.
To have a look at this note.
I will be ready to shoot anyone who was hiding in this room.
Was hoping to make sure that I spotted anything that was hiding in the room, but considering it was a 12, I'm too obsessed with the note. Or something.
Please make sure it won't explode before you look at it.
Detect magic.
How about detect trap?
I don't have that spell.
The note the note is mundane, and Hinako, you do not notice anything physically wrong with it.
Leona will pick it up and examine it.
On the front, you see that the note is addressed to our friend in the sewers.
I think they're talking about you, Hinako.
Doesn't matter.
What does it say? Leona will flip it over.
Well, it's an envelope.
Oh, Leona will open it.
Much better. I sincerely apologize for any distress that my more verminish friends may have caused you. However, it's very clear that you do not quite understand what exactly is going on in this city and why it is so important that we do the work that we do. I am not telling you where our meeting is being located now, but you should know that the ISC is planning on rebuilding this country for the better. And in order to do that, the truth must be known. Please do not interfere again. Sincerely yours, PK.
Oh hey, at least we know it was PK.
Right.
Something about a truth?
They've mentioned something about the truth before. I don't know what truth they're talking about. But
It could be just an excuse.
it could very much so.
I just think that whatever they're doing, the excess amount of force is not enough for a quote unquote truth. They could just say it, you know.
That's a reasonable assessment. Right, let's go.
And if
Hopefully
no
they're
one
still.
believes them then,
Here's a
maybe they need to show proof. Yeah.
Hopefully they're
Anyway,
still in the sewers somewhere.
we're gonna have to scour more sewers, at least for bombs.
You know, I really
So-
should make a romantic candles for us or something, so we
I-
don't smell bad afterwards. Or
Fibbin,
Smell
do
it?
actually have a question. Has there been any actual recorded deaths and or injuries from the ISC? Any
Has there?
Has there? In the past?
good question. Will we even
Leona,
find
no.
out?
Anybody trained in no history would probably be able to take a guess at this.
Well, that's a good thing that we're at Thippen House.
Leon also has this.
That dog has this.
That's a good dog.
Time for story time with Uncle Redfern.
Woo!
I love stories.
I love ham and eggs.
One of the more major incidents involving the ISC involved a political speech given by Mayor Harvick at the time. At the speech, the ISC rigged up a very fiery accident involving some fireworks on the stage. The stage burned down. The display toppled over. A number of fireworks ended up being discharged, including at Harvick, and at least 7 people ended up hospitalized. Now, whether or not this was an actual accident or if it was engineered, we may never know, but the official narrative is that the ISC did in fact plan for this to happen, and this would ultimately lead to the Sador government cracking down on their investigations into them, and ultimately resulting in the arrest of Drugovich.
I see. I'm willing to bet that they didn't. Well, if I had to guess what they claimed the truth to be, it would be they didn't actually do that. It was an
Yes, but
accident.
the explosive. You guys tell this whole story or no?
Yeah. Like they've been in Leona, like collaborate, and like yeah.
Okay, well, if that was the case, why would they bring the bombs involved? If they're trying to overcome something that involved firecrackers and people getting hurt, actually causing an explosion would be the exact opposite result you want.
May I give out a very crazy idea?
Yes, Lemon?
Every idea you've ever come up out of your mouth is a crazy idea, so go on.
What if it was intentionally made to be a setup to make it think that it was the ISC that did this?
And what if it's
Excuse
the
me?
government this whole time?
That. Mm, we
Not
haven't
very
seen
likely,
any
yes?
evidence to I mean, it's not very likely. We haven't seen any evidence to suggest that so far. It's
That's because
Something
we're on
else.
their
sure.
currently on their side, so we're not actually seeing it through the other people's view.
Just as a thought, I am not sure if it would be even accurate or true to state that, but it was of interest. There's also the fact that maybe they're not be actually buying weapons from the Shirticuan Empire. There is a few other things we have, just not only those. That
True.
I have no idea though. Still shady as shit though to do it in the sewers.
I mean, aren't most of you guys underground anyway? Kind of makes more sense.
Fair enough.
No, Mirrenhalf.
Yes. What about Marinha?
Yeah, I mean, aren't we still having to worry about us being investigated?
Yeah, we're going to have to worry about there's entirely a possibility that the stewards might decide that no one could do a job that badly on accidentally, and that we purposefully took Skador out of the race
I mean,
with this.
if it all goes down to that, I could just point at Thibbin and say it's all Thibbin's fault.
It's not all Thibbin's fault, though. It's my fault because I'm the one.
Did you have the light bulb idea to grab a bomb and scare everybody?
Back in a moment.
I'm
that
the
you right there?
one who didn't educate Fibbin on service etiquette. I'm also the one who was in charge.
I don't think this is an account of surface etiquette. I'm pretty sure in the Particular Empire, someone holds up a bomb like that. Not all the other Particulans are going to be like, oh, yeah, that's cool. I'm fine with that.
Fibbin, what would happen in the Unfire if you did that thing you did?
We would execute them on the spot immediately.
They just shoot you and carry on with your business.
Because it's underground. If something explodes underground, things collapse. Then again,
Yeah, so
there's
she should
also
also
the
know that.
there is also the sonic things too.
Yeah, but you see, that's the thing. She should know very much about it, how explosives work and how people can react to them. That's not necessarily just well, people. That's downgrade.
Think about it from her point of view. It's above ground. Oh, explosives aren't as dangerous up here.
But
People
they're
won't
still
freak out.
dangerous. She should know from her life down there that explosives are dangerous in the first place. To use one as a threat, even an empty one, is going to have repercussions.
Though we still have explosives down there happen from time to time.
Yes, you know the accounts of those, right? Were they good?
A few of them were.
So not very often, right?
Against dwarves, usually.
Yeah, which
And
means it still injured
sometimes a
someone's
purple
life or
worm.
caused someone distraught, right? Wasn't always good, huh? So what made you think that was a good idea?
What I miss?
Can you stop interrogating me? I already got interrogated by the police in this damn city.
You know why you keep getting interrogated, Stephen? You didn't think before you acted. Use your bombs wisely, not stupidly.
I don't make bomb. You made bomb.
You made bomb, but I didn't think you would be done with it. I figured you were smart. I trusted your intelligence, Stephen. You made me lose trust in you, Stephen.
Hey, we already figured out she isn't a wizard, but a witch, so she doesn't need intelligence to cast her magic.
No. Witches do use intelligence. I think.
I was about to ask, are you sure about that?
Jeremy?
Look, I am not street smart, okay?
But shouldn't you know about explosives if you're buying one?
She knows the theoretical side of them, not so much the practical side of them.
Besides, it wasn't
As
going
I
to explode in the
understand.
first place.
Yes, but if someone has a bomb in your hand that you don't know is going to explode, how do you react, Stephen?
I don't have a gun, so I can't shoot him.
So you're basically what you're saying is you're okay with being shot that day.
I wouldn't be.
No, you would have been if you were thinking that if someone has a bomb in their hand, I mean, genuinely, the thought process, they get shot. Every example that you've had about someone holding a bomb in their hand, they get shot.
Okay,
So
moving on.
why
We're
the hell
moving on
would
right now. We're ignoring the Ifrit talking constantly.
I talk because I don't get many screen times, damn it.
God, where'd everybody go?
What screen time?
Right. All right.
We're not
Right
on
then,
public
so,
TV here.
We're going to be. We have to continue to search the sewers and try and find out where the Shurtikuans and the ISC ran off to.
You may uncover some evidence related to that, yes. For the time being, though, I am going to turn you all loose and give yourself 2,000 XP for a very fun and enjoyable story session.
Hooray!
Cool.
And my throat can finally calm down.
That's another reason I don't want to go for another hour.
Yeah.
That reminds me, didn't we get like how much XP for the thing?
Are you
The
talking
last
about
session, we didn't get any.
Yeah, we got no XP for screwing up everything terribly.
I know.
No,
I believe
I mean
Wiz was
the
talking about the event stuff.
off-week trivia.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I forgot about that.
I'll be perfectly honest. I had not had the time to do it at all. Work.
Am
has
I the
been
only
beating
one
my
who did
ass.
it?
Yes.
No,
Okay.
no, I know Hinako did her bit.
Oh.
You have until 11:59 my time to get it in, which is going to be in a little less than 10 hours.
All right. Synchronize your death watches.
Oh,
This is a bucket.
not true what you said to me.
All right. I'll see you
I am
guys
in my
all.
box, and it's like 100 degrees outside, and I just walked the entire time we were doing this game.
So did I get the full
Great.
800 XP, Red?
I did not edit your sheet. You'll have to edit yourself.
Yeah, okay, but did I get the full 800 because of the fact that I missed that one part?
No, I'm waiting that. Give yourself the full stuff. I forgot how narrow my questions were, especially for some of the more historic stuff. So you're fine.
Okay. That's that much. Just said 800. Why did I already get that it was 800? And it's
Alrighty. I will. See you guys later.
All right.
Have a fun day. Don't kill anyone, and if you do, please put the body in a place that no one can find it.
Feed it to the
Okay.
pigs.
Good work. Good game, my friends.
Good game.
Good game.
Yay.
It's hot outside.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Is tomorrow a game day?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Ditto.
And the only reason why we didn't have one last time is because it was my girlfriend's birthday, and she refused to let me D&D on her birthday.
Logical.
Admittedly, I completely forgot it was her birthday that time.
Yeah, it's okay. It's like she was okay. She was kind of okay with me doing it, but at the same time, she was like, I don't want to be woken up by you doing loud, weird noises while playing D&D. Because when it's the other game, I have a lot of weird noises coming out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Also, while we're still here, any questions about the new game I'm still working on that I need to address?
Yes.
I'm a leave
Let me get to my room. So it's
I'm not part of that game. Oh, I also should stop the recording, shouldn't
You're not going to be part of that game, Wisp?
I? The new game? No, I don't think so.
The next year.
Next year? What, are you planning to
Yeah,
end this current game?
I don't know when I'm going to plan on ending the current game. I don't know what you guys are going to do to make sure it ends.
To be perfectly honest, it's taken quite a while for us to even get to that tower, and the tower was something that we were supposed to have